Hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Hello. Oh boy, lots of people. Long time no see. Well, it's been about a month since the last one. A little low? Okay, here let me. Boop. Oh wow, so many people. Holy crap. So, how we feeling about what happened on Halloween? Finn buzzing. Heartbroken. Okay, that's fair. A whole jumble of emotions. That's also fair. Who's in chat right now? We got people. I'm still not okay. Oh, hi, Pluto and Polaris. Yeah, we all hate the pipes. And I was texting Finn while I was watching that stream, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Shapeshifter, I haven't seen you come to one of these." Anyway, I was texting Finn as the stream was happening, and I was like, "I have never been angrier at a game of tic-tac-toe in my entire life. In my life." Like, I'm like, literally, I was like, "Okay, so block. That's not how blocking works." Like, mm-mm. I'm like, I am literally begging you for my life right now. Block the O's. It's not that hard. But I suppose if there's like 30,000 people typing their different things, then it might be hard. Like, like quite literally. Yep, you had an opening, and it didn't happen. Oh, yep, and Gerald the Turtle. Gotta appreciate Gerald. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, don't get me started on Echo. Don't even get me started. I'm gonna hold in my excitement about Echo. Emotional support animal. Gerald the Turtle. Also, hi, yes, I am wearing my cloak today. Wrong side. It's mirrored on my screen, so I can't quite tell. Yep, I am the #1 Echo fan. You're absolutely correct. Echo Proteco. Oh my gosh, hello! Thank you! I have no idea if I have any sound associated with that, because it's not playing anything. 30 people? Wait, what? Since when? Made a sound? Okay, sure. Because it's not playing on my end. That's the thing. I wish it would, but I don't know how to make it do that. Um. Anywho. Okay, you heard a sound? Good, 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 good. Um. Yeah, we have some fun visitors lined up for this one. Um. Again, with the potential for Magpie. So that's gonna be fun. Um. Yeah. So sorry I started kind of late. It was because I was having some audio issues with OBS and I was trying to solve it because I wanted to like instead of um like going to YouTube to listen to the thing, I was gonna like just hook up my recording of the stream to my OBS so I wouldn't have to deal with like ads or whatever. But no, that didn't work because I couldn't hear it. So I was like, how do I solve this? And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go to YouTube. Possibilities of magpies coming from the east on Birdwatch. Technology is great until it stops working when we need it. You're absolutely correct, Spirit. Hello! Oh man, today's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Okay. Let's see here. I think it's time to join the first call. Here, hold on. I gotta send a thing. Boop. And then go to the VC. I think we're all excited for this. It's all an ad blocker, yeah. Turns bird watching binoculars to the north. Yeah, because Shapeshifter, aren't you on the other side of the ocean as well? Reddy's butterfly net? I am here. Almost as if that was Auntie's first words or something. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna hop into the first rotation now. Here, Magpie. Okay, alright. And it seems like everyone's ready, so let's go here. Hello, hello?
Howdy.
Hello! Chat, I'm gonna need
Good time zone.
Chat, I'm gonna need you to tell me how they sound.
Good?
Why? What the? This is not the. This is not. This is not right. That's not the right stream. This is the
I'm gonna
right
turn
stream.
you down.
There we go. I think I'm on. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes.
And not glitching out like Auntie.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
sounds good.
Okay, they says
Yeah,
chat says
we
chat says you guys sound good.
Nice.
All right, perfect.
Good.
All right. Oh man, this is gonna be a fun one. Okay, let me switch over to my theory time setup. And then What is happening? Shrek, are you good?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was just checking to make sure that like everything was working. I'm so sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you're
we're
good. I
good.
just heard like a lot of like laughter or something, and I was confused.
Yeah, because I was watching your I was watching your stream to make sure that it was good.
We have feedback.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So okay, let's see. I'm gonna have you guys introduce yourselves one at a time. So I'll start with the top. Cam.
Alright. I'm Cam. Can you tell I've never done this before?
No, you're
Sorry,
doing great.
I'm
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm about 21. I'm new-ish to the community. Definitely new to the streams.
Yeah. No, you're good. Ah. Okay. I'm severely trying to get Discord and Chrome to work at the same time, and it's not working. Guys,
Oh, yeah.
stop giving me bits! Why am I missing this? Bird here? Oh, Magpie's here. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Snap, we're in trouble.
Oh shit, guys. Here we go again.
Anyway.
Shit, here we go again.
No.
Awkward turtle, stop it! Stop it, turtle!
Gerald, we need Gerald.
We need Gerald for emotional support.
No, Gerald, please.
Okay, wait, before we get into that, who's
Alright.
next? Finn?
Yep. Howdy. I'm Phantom. I've been in the community for, I want to say, time gets a little blurry. I want to say maybe 2017, definitely 2018. But yeah, I kind of got yeeted in last minute, so we're good. We're doing good. We're doing good.
Glad to have you, Phantom.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say, time is broken, you know that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sorry, my fault.
No,
I always have to make that joke whenever I get the opportunity.
and everything worked out. That's all that matters.
All right. And next up we have Shrek.
Hi, I'm Shrek. I know the name sounds weird, so you guys can just call me Echo for the stream. Sorry, not Echo. Sorry, Mila for the stream.
Mila. Okay.
Also, little warning. My throat is really bad right now. I'm still recovering from a cough, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds really bad. But I've been I've been in the fandom since 2016. I kind of left for about 2 years, and I recently got yeeted back into the fandom in 2020. So I'm really happy to be back, and I'm really happy to be on the streams.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're glad to have you. Holy crap! There's 42 people watching.
Oh
Why?
boy.
Yay!
Why?
Yeah, now
It's
we
a
got
big
an
day.
Why
audience.
did you have to say that, Rogue?
Sheesh, I'm sorry.
Now we're all freaking
I'm
out.
just as
Now we're all freaking
flabbergasted
out.
as you.
I'm like rain whispers over here, stage fright.
All right,
Get
and
me
then
out of here.
no, you're good. You're good. And then last but not least, we have Bella.
Hello, my name is Bella. I've been in the community since late 2017 November, I think. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I suck at introductions.
No, but like if you remember way back on like one of the first theory streams, it was Bella and Damien I was talking to when I was talking about the echo that JJ had in his first video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute since you've been on, so we're glad to have you back.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Thank you.
And then there's me, which is I don't know why anyone should know me, but
No, they got
I
good
wish
reason
you
to know
could have
you.
seen my eye roll just then.
I felt it.
would you stop it, awkward turtle, for good? Stop it! Stop it!
She said, thank you, but stop it.
Stop it, please.
Oh, by the way, can somebody screen share the stream because
Oh sure,
I
yeah.
get feedback if I
I'm
play
gonna
it on
do
Chrome.
that. Yeah. Let me
Thank you.
share your screen. Go to this. Also, I apologize for any and all ads that happen. It is political season, and I don't have ad
No.
blocker.
Oh no,
No, it's
same here.
okay.
I was getting.
I have
I've
the
been getting
same
so many of
problem,
those.
and I hate it.
So
Yeah, I hate those ads. I just wish they would
The
stop.
ads are really annoying. It's like 3 ads in a row sometimes.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
hate
And
it
They're
so
like
all the
much.
same
500 years.
ad.
I'm just
They're
like,
all
would
the
you
same thing
please?
too.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to get into politics on this stream. So, not that
No
I'm
one
even remotely
cares.
paying attention. So,
Exactly. No one cares.
We know what you're paying attention to.
Yeah.
oh, thank you, Kai the Savage, for the bit. Get an ad blocker. I would love to if I knew how.
Oh my god.
Did you know insert candidate does thing?
Like,
Did you
I even have an
know?
ad blocker on my computer, and I still get ads.
Chase for
They
president.
always find a way around the system.
Yeah. Yeah. I would vote Chase for
Bitch
president.
in the system.
Well,
And Chase for for president? Question mark? No, I'm just joking. That's like the worst choice to pick.
No,
That would be god awful.
Iris for president.
No,
oh,
Iris for
oh
president.
gosh, no, please. Gosh, no, please.
Yes.
no.
Okay,
I
hold
know,
up.
sorry.
You guys keep talking.
No,
I'm gonna see if I
please.
can investigate an ad blocker here. Probably should have done this
Press.
beforehand, but I didn't because I'm stupid.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. You're not.
Honestly, like speaking of the egos, who would you guys
Finn
think
said
would be the
Iris
best
for
friend?
dictatorship.
Oh boy.
Iris for vice president?
No.
No. Wait, honestly,
Ad.
who would you guys think would be the best ego for president? Best candidate?
Jackie.
Jameson.
Yeah.
Well, Jameson is up there
Okay.
too.
I think Marvin. I think Marvin would maybe. I don't know.
Believe it or not, in my opinion, I think JJ is the most level-headed.
Yeah, I would. My bias is saying Jackie, but honestly, no. JJ would be the best choice.
Yeah,
The only
because
problem is that JJ is mute.
well,
There's
That's
no doing
true.
Or
that.
nurse.
he could get
He
an
would have to
interpreter.
get flashcards.
Yeah.
He would have to get flashcards.
Flashcards or an interpreter, like Rogue said.
I mean, he also
Oh,
has
that's
his
true, that's
slides.
true.
Okay.
Someone said I put Auntie or Marvin as president. I
Just to
agree
see
with
what
Marvin,
happens.
maybe not Auntie.
Just to see what
Just to see
happens.
what happens.
That's what they
Just to
said in
say fuck
chat.
it.
Bro,
Yeah.
Auntie holds a special place in my heart, but not as president.
Okay,
God
wait,
dang it.
scrolling back up. I mean, if we glance
Just
at the
to say
JJ is the
fuck
founder
it.
of Iris theory, well,
I drink to forget, but I'll never forget about my people. Dude, that's actually a good slogan. That's actually a good slogan.
1 year later, everything is on fire.
There's nothing left. There's nothing left.
It wouldn't even be a year.
All right.
It would be 5 minutes.
5 minutes? No, God. Do you have 90 minutes?
That's the question. Do you have the 90 minutes?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
The time thief
Okay.
stole it all. The time thief took my 90 minutes.
Alter
True.
5914. Alter 5914. Blame it all on him.
Or it, or them,
Definitely.
or whatever they are.
No,
Because Iris referred to it as it.
that's true.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like,
Auntie,
fucking.
I want you to be my next puppet.
There is a good distinction to make because
Do you have what it takes to become a puppet? Sign up now.
Oh yeah. As soon as Auntie gets elected president, it's just gonna downhill because everybody's puppets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know why
that-
that made me think, but that is a good distinction to make because within Iris they refer to their different anomalies because someone said that they refer to something as it.
Well, that was for the Alter
Oh,
5914.
Yeah,
That's right.
But they
For
referred to
Auntie,
Auntie
yeah.
as him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I
Oh,
feel like if it's like an item, they're gonna call it an it.
Well, yeah.
So since they're calling 5914 it would be most likely to assume that it's an
Like an
item.
But who knows? Who knows?
And we definitely have yet to see unless Soph says anything about it, which I doubt they will.
I guess we'll find out.
Zoom ability.
That's
Okay.
true.
Shall we get started?
Yeah.
Oh, who knows? There
speak of the
it
devil.
is.
I called
There it
it.
is.
I called it. I called
Where?
it. I freaking called it. God damn it, Soph. I
We
can't
love you,
scream
Soph.
that much today.
We love you, Soph.
Love you, Soph. But I can't scream today, Soph. It all started with that smile. That damn smile.
Damn smile.
That's literally, guys. Every time Soph types in the chat, I always get a PTSD reaction. I'm like, no, please, not
Same.
today.
I'm fucking terrified.
Please, I love you guys.
Love you guys, and I understand the
understand
threatening
the
presence
presence.
upon me 24/7.
Yeah,
Seriously, just knowing that
they understand the power
on
they
this
hold.
server scares the shit out of me.
Not in my Christian server. Not in our Christian server today.
All right. Shall we get started with the video?
Yes,
Prepare
and
for
Yes.
it.
I'm ready to cry again, guys.
I'm
So
not.
I did take some notes earlier because I know I said I wouldn't, but then
Oh,
I
God.
did.
I have my notes out from earlier as well.
So what I did. So I have the first clip. I have notes on each of the clips. So we can notice that the original hat is back on Chase, and that his oh, my face cam is frozen. Are we back? Okay, I don't know what happened there.
I have an idea.
I do have one thought as
Going
well.
good? What happened?
Yeah.
Oh.
During the echo segment.
Oh, don't get me started.
During that,
what have you started?
what if we can probably watch it through one time. What if we go back and we try to fill in Echo's dialogue just through speaking? Because I know that a few
There's been a couple of
script ideas for that.
interpretations. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go in and we can try to like speak it through to see what makes the most sense, especially with like tone, inflection, and stuff like.
That's true.
Nap
Yeah.
time town. Oh snap! Theory time. Like, you're damn right.
You're damn right.
Okay.
Yeah, with the hat.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Let's watch it
Yeah.
chronologically first.
Yeah.
Okay. Without further
then we'll
ado,
break it down.
We got time.
let me know how the video audio sounds.
The date is October 18th, 2019. We are
I get it's good.
Can you say your name?
Oh, God.
Chat.
Chase Brody.
Mr. Brody is a 5'8" white male, mid-30s. He was described as having appeared out of thin air by a passerby on the top level of a parking garage. Mr. Brody, can you tell us how you ended up at this location?
Oh, they're saying it's kind of quiet.
I have no idea.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it is.
1 second I was one
How
place,
is that?
and the next thing I know I'm somewhere else.
That's a bit better. Yeah, a little bit.
Here, let me. I can just
Wait,
turn
what's
up all the
going
way.
on?
I don't know.
Where am I?
Yeah, that's
You're
perfect. That's
safe,
good.
that's
That's
all you
good.
need to know. So you don't have any recollection of how you got here.
Do you have 90 minutes, Chase?
No, I've.
Do you have 90 minutes?
Subject has no recollection of spatial
Okay, he doesn't.
transition.
Alright.
Wait, excuse me?
Yeah.
Subject?
Apologies. What do you remember, Mr. Brody?
I was in the woods, and then I wasn't.
In the woods. What were you doing there?
It's not important.
We will decide if it's important or not, Mr. Brody.
Drinking my problems
What were you
away.
doing in the woods.
Trying to forget.
Taking a walk. Trying to clear my head.
Do you
I like how he
recognize
fiddles with
this
his fingers, almost like he's like kind of
Well, I don't
fiddling like with a
recognize
ring or
you.
something.
But
Well,
this
he doesn't. He's not
building
holding
is
anything.
familiar.
He's just like
It's
I
anxiously.
know.
That
but it's
that's
really
interesting.
anxiety.
it's
too.
like I've been here
I-
before.
You know,
Mr.
I'll
Brody,
I'll
I
bring
assure
something
you
up
that
about
you've
that
never
once
been to
this clip is
facility
done.
before. We have no
Because there is
records
something
of
about
you
that that I
stepping
should say.
foot in this building.
No, it's not like that. It's there's an energy here that I've felt before, but it's probably just deja vu or something.
Have you experienced other instances of this?
Like what? What do you mean?
Like feelings like deja vu, like something's happened before.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, everybody has. It's just the mind playing tricks on you.
Have you had any other similar experiences, like seeing things that aren't there, strange objects appearing out of nowhere, losing track of time?
No, I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Of course. Mr. Brody, have you ever heard of Alter 114209?
No, I have no idea what that is. Wait, what's going on? Why am I here?
You're here, Mr. Brody, because we deem it necessary. Note, indicators show subject is lying about knowledge of Alter 114209. Use of the Dr. Hopkins assessment might be needed going forward.
Wait, no, I'm not lying. I told you guys I have no idea what that is.
Don't worry, Mr. Brody. We here at Iris will get to the bottom of this.
Get to the bottom of what? When can I go home?
We're afraid that's not possible right now.
Well, you can't just keep me here.
Try to get some rest, Mr. Brody. Tomorrow will be a big day. This concludes our session.
So the one thing I was gonna bring up um about Chase doing the thing with his hands is that like when I don't know if you guys remember this, but way back in 2017, Dark versus Anti sort of did the same thing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like he was like fiddling with his hands
Oh.
when he would like be turning around. He'd be like he would never not be moving them.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
he would kind of talk with his hands.
Or
Well,
like
yeah,
no,
he
like
could talk
when
with his
even
arms, yeah.
like even when he was like standing still and turning around and looking at the other characters, like he'd be like opening and closing his fingers just because he'd be fidgeting.
Yeah,
And
he
is
was. Yeah.
a very like hand talky person.
Yeah.
Yes, he talks.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
talks a lot with his hands. He talks a lot with his hands.
I
Just
just
his
think
whole
that's
body in general.
I just think that's interesting to point out. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is.
Also-
The hand fiddling is also a common sign of like anxiety.
Oh sure,
So I
yeah.
highly believe it's also because Chase is anxious in this clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also could also
Which,
be
I mean,
possible from
rightfully
alcohol
so.
withdrawal.
Jack
So-
did
That's
say.
true.
Yeah, Jack
Yeah.
did say in his live stream that he was originally planning on having the whole interview be from like a watcher cam perspective, and that in the watcher cam perspective, it would show whenever his heart would be like beating super fast, whenever he would be reacting to something. So I
Okay,
would
that
think that
part I
maybe in this
missed.
clip, yeah.
Interesting.
It was one of the little moments that I caught.
But they changed it.
Huh? Whoever was talking just cut out.
Yeah. I think it was Phantom or Bella.
No, it was Bella.
Oh,
Oh
Bella.
shoot.
Was me?
I thought
you
it,
sound like
for some
Piccolo.
reason, I don't know why I thought it was Phantom. I'm so sorry.
Anyway,
Somebody existed and then they didn't.
But
I actually have a thought regarding the number that was assigned to Auntie's like altar or whatever.
114209.
Yeah, why that specifically?
Because
That's because that's his name.
11429 spells out anti in A1Z26.
In a cipher.
yeah,
Idiot.
I didn't
Of course.
realize that till 2 days ago. I was like, oh, that's
I
so
didn't
cool.
realize that until just now, and I feel like an idiot.
It's okay. Now you got it. Now we got it. Now we all got it.
It's one of those things that you either
Back to the
you
end.
get the second you hear it, or it takes a little bit because it
was-
does seem like a really random number.
Yeah, the
Right,
11 is
that's
what
what I
threw
was
me off
thinking.
because it's 114. It's not 11-4. It's 114. That's what threw me off at first.
Ye-
That's probably
Yeah,
what
me
was
too.
throwing me off as well.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like 11, but then I was like, no,
Because
it's
I kept
142.
wanting, I actually kept instinctually trying to spell out his name like I did with my username on the server,
Mhm.
but I was like, wait a minute.
You're like, hold up. That's not right.
Yeah,
That
but
doesn't
like
make sense.
the whole reason, I think the reason that Aaron I'm just gonna call him Aaron because we don't have a name for this character.
Not yet.
Like, what I was gonna say is that like he's like, oh, subject is lying about knowledge of 114209, but like, it's not that he was lying about it. It's that he knew what it was, but he just didn't have that name for it.
He had
Right.
a different name for it. That's what I was thinking. That's what I
Or
was thinking.
even
about
any
too.
name for
Yeah.
it, potentially.
Yeah, does he have a name for it? Because
That's true,
I know,
because
like,
Yeah, does Chase know what Auntie's name is? Does he know that he's technically named Auntie, or does he just not have a name at all?
Did
well,
you
no,
just
that's
call
person
him?
his name
who
in this.
the only, yeah, sorry.
Did you just call him Monster? Yeah, because I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about that too the other day. I was like, no one's canonically said Auntie's name yet except for his alter name.
And
Schneebelstein?
except for Schneeb.
Schneebelstein.
Yep.
Oh,
Needs
that's
to suppress
true.
Auntie, get him out of there.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
That's right.
so
That
maybe
Sorry.
maybe Snape knows, but again, it could be retconned. We don't know
Yeah,
fully
true.
what's been kept,
That's
considering
true.
Considering now
Good
that Chase
number.
only has one kid.
I wonder
one
if they
multiple kid.
wonder if they changed his name in the whole lore, because someone said that too. Like, is his true name Auntie? I wonder if they changed it like to retcon everything.
No, Jack called him Auntie in the stream.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sean
Then,
still
okay.
refers to him as Auntie.
Oh my god, I'm
Right,
so
but that's
stupid.
how
I'm so
that's
stupid.
how we would know him.
Well,
So
yeah.
Jack wanted to make sure that we knew him. So what would his name be in universe?
Alter 114209.
Well, I mean, other
They're
than
gonna have to
that,
come up with a shorter name for him.
yeah.
Oh my
Well-
god, guys, it's 11. It's Alter 114219.
It's
Yeah,
it's
only the
1142.
I'm gonna start to refer to him as Auntie.
Guys, it's
We got
1142 right
2319.
now. It's 1142 in my time.
Back in my day, we didn't have no names for him. We just called him by numbers.
I don't care what happens to the rest of this, like the continuity. Alter 2319 better be a sock.
Please,
Oh.
please let him be a sock.
I see.
Please let him be a sock.
Anyway,
Oh,
we have a 2319.
we have a code 2319 in place, guys.
Anyway,
Oh, someone said 420 blaze it. Someone,
I don't wanna
Polly
know.
just said 420. I don't want to know. I don't
So,
want to know either.
so a couple things we can glean from the first clip is that well, A, he wasn't alone at the top of that parking garage because someone saw him poof up there. So
But,
whoever
yeah.
was there, I don't know.
A random
freaked
passer.
the fuck out.
Right in there.
Um,
Iris had to snuff them.
And
Does
then
not remember how we ended up at Iris.
the
You do
hat
not remember how we got here.
the hat is changed to the original one, which that could just be like a continuity thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah, it
mentioned
was
that
because Sean found it.
Yeah.
If
he was like, guys, it's
sorry.
always been canon. Sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to interrupt. I'm
There you go.
sorry.
No,
If our
it's
bird friend is here, I wonder if like we kind of know if the hat just went missing for a while, or because
I
I
mean,
think
probably. I can
yeah,
imagine
'cause
that he
yeah,
didn't bring it
lost
to
at some
LA
point,
the first time.
especially because I think apparently the company who
Yeah, the company who
made
makes
the
this
hat,
hat is shutting down this year, right?
and they stopped
Oh,
making the hat about a year ago.
And they stopped making it already. So
Yeah,
so
and
it's a
I
good
think
thing that he has the last one. Good thing he has the last one.
yeah, I
Yeah.
very faintly remember him saying that he lost the hat at some point, but he must have found it or someone sent him a new one.
Yeah, he said that he mentioned in
Sean
his
said that
stream.
he found. Yeah, he found it in a box.
Yeah, as he was moving.
Only when he was moving.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, he found it. The
Fair
iconic
enough.
hat.
anyway, and then Chase says that he doesn't recognize Aaron, but he does recognize the energy that's around him.
You good?
I was thinking, yeah, no, I told you
Are
guys,
you
I'm
dying?
still covered. I'm
Everybody,
still covered. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Rogue, repeat that.
I was gonna say,
Sorry.
no, you're good. The like he's like, I don't recognize you, pointing at Aaron, but this building is familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe in different instances of this, he has been here before, but it's been like a different Iris employee, or it's been a different. Maybe this in
Well,
some other alternate timeline, it was the person who was apparently gonna play Dr. Aaron,
Dr. Hansen.
Dr. Aaron.
Dr. Hansen.
Dr. Hansen. Dr. Hansen.
I think people were calling him Dr. like Gibson at some point. I can't remember what the name that
Gibson.
people were coming up for him was.
Also, I remember when members of the server were freaking out because Aaron didn't have a name badge like Eliza did. Oh gosh, my voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fair.
And I think I know the reason why that is. It's because remember how Jack mentioned in his stream that Aaron had been called like 2 days before starting.
Mhm.
So it was like super last minute, so they probably couldn't get one made for him in time.
That's true.
That's fair.
That's true.
Yeah, if you notice,
that's valid.
and if you
That's
noticed
valid.
in the interviews, his Iris logo on his jacket wasn't even like sewn on. It was like a felt patch, and it was like falling
That's
off.
right. And Jack kept saying, and Jack kept saying that between interviews, he would tell Aaron like,
I can't hear
and
what
they would
you're
just
saying.
keep going. He would just whisper to him. I'm sorry. He would whisper to him. He would be like, "Your felt's falling. Put it back. Put it back." And they would just continue shooting as they would like. So it would be constantly falling down.
Yeah.
Also,
I think
did we
that's
see what
funny.
Turquoise said in the chat about the hat?
That it was
What they
a
said.
last minute purchase or something.
Okay.
Something like that.
Oh yeah, I see it right now.
Maybe someone like had it on eBay or something like that, and it was just like, please give.
Please, please take it.
Um, and then so what Chase says in this scene about like, what was I gonna say? This Aaron's talking about like, have you ever had other instances of like deja vu or like objects appearing out of nowhere, losing track of time, stuff like that. And so he's like, his answer was, I don't know, it's hard to tell. So that kind of harkens back to what Soph said that one time of like how Chase can't really quite tell the difference between what's real and what's imaginary. I think, in my head at least.
Yeah, I remember that clip.
And honestly, before this video dropped, I was taking that literally, but now it's I don't know exactly how to describe it. I hate the way I just can't describe things.
No, you're good.
Oh,
But
interesting.
now it's like, but like now now we know he's unable to tell reality from fiction because of this glitchy boy messing with him.
Okay, so Ananon in chat says Sean said there was that deja vu has a scientific explanation in this universe,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
which
That's
I
true.
missed that detail.
Oh, whoops.
But
I've
Yeah,
only
in
watched
this
like
universe,
the
deja vu
beginning.
just doesn't happen. It has a reason.
would
That's
you
right.
say
weird.
like forgotten or just too afraid to remember?
Oh shit, that's
Oh, nice
Yeah,
one,
that
Rose.
too.
Anywho,
Yeah, so
Polyrange asks, do we have a canon living place, like where was Chase geographically before he got teleported? On the eviction notice in Chase, it said Los Angeles, if I remember correctly.
he's in
Yeah, it was Los
LA.
Angeles.
Or somewhere
Huh.
in that general vicinity.
Yeah, he
Chase has
don't live there
canonically
no
been
more, but he
diagnosed
used
as
to.
American.
Had a good diagnosis. If he was in LA, he probably lived there for about a month and a half straight. I'm like at most.
Maybe Chase moved there as like because he was if
Divorced.
if bro average is still canonical. What if he moved to LA to try and be a big thing?
That could. I mean,
That's
they
true.
retconned some of the stuff in Bro Average.
Yeah,
But
like again, 2 kids.
Yeah, we definitely know that the 2 kids bit was retcon, but maybe not the whole entire Chase. Maybe not the whole entire bro average thing was retcon.
let's see. Anyway, so yeah, we've kind of covered the first clip as of right. Ooh, lots of stuff happening in chat right now. Lots of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay.
Iris is Area 51.
51.
Yeah.
It's the knockoff Area 51.
Okay, let's kind of go through this one by one. When it comes to the deja vu thing, I think it has the same explanation as it has in our universe, but what Chase is experiencing isn't deja vu. I think he's seeing visions like Marvin.
That could
Maybe?
make sense. That could make sense.
I personally believe that deja vu is caused by like alters interfering with your life.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's what I was thinking.
I actually had some weird deja vu last night about something I was doing, but it was just kind of random.
I
Like-
also had deja vu last night.
Deja vu. I just been in this place before.
Place before. I was thinking too because in the which one? I think it was in the 5th interview that Aaron had with Chase. He was explaining the story of the stone.
Yeah,
And
that
was
was
making me
the
thinking
6th clip. Yeah.
the 6th clip. That's right. And I was thinking, I was like going back to like what I forgot who said that like alters were interfering with people's lives, and that's why deja vu happens. Maybe that, yeah, like I think that's like the most plausible thing. So like until we get more information
Yeah.
about deja vu, for now.
It's like I mean, I'm not excellent. We run at dawn. But
I'm bringing the snacks.
I'm bringing the snacks. Okay, I was gonna say, gosh, I lost it already. What was I gonna say?
You're good.
I'm
She got deja
terrible.
vu.
It's called ADHD, actually.
Oh yeah, trust me, I relate.
Um,
That's exactly why I keep notes.
but like, it's hard, cause you think.
Not the red iris with pipes.
Sorry, I'm looking at my notes now.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm looking at mine too on the side as we're talking.
Anyway, should we proceed to the next clip or no?
Is there anything we were
It's-
thinking about?
The next clip is the first Hopkins test.
Right.
That's right.
I think one thing I wanted to think about is again the like. I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah, we can probably move on. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
I remember it. in these first few clips, the only time we see any sort of like glitching is when we're looking through the camera view. We
Yes.
don't see physical glitching like outside of the watcher camera until
Until the
wait, I may have
second
disconnected
Hopkins
something.
test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When they start like
That's
flashing
when
stuff at him, and he's like, Aaron's face does the thing, and
Yeah.
And like start
I
pushing, yeah.
I have a visual detail that I might bring up when we get to that clip. So like when we get to that clip, someone please remind me to bring up what I was thinking about because I had a thought about that.
okay, sure.
Right, for sure, for sure.
Okay, next up. Wait, I have an ad blocker. Why?
Hey, stop using these for ear cleaning.
Oh, thank God you can
I
skip
will
it,
not
really.
actually. It won't let me. Let's see.
You
Where?
can't tell me what to do. Weird version of that one guy who voices where Wander Over Yonder. He looks like that dude.
I know exactly what you're talking
Manage
about.
ad block. Sorry, I am really trying here.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
It's oh, hold on.
I think
Oh,
you
that
might have
was
to
it.
refresh the page.
Oh, we're afraid that's
No
not
one-
possible right
Oh, there we go.
Dude, you can't just keep me here.
Try to get some rest.
Yeah, now
Mr.
we're
Brody.
good.
Tomorrow will be a big day. This concludes our session.
The tomorrow will be a big day thing too, because Dr. Hopkins.
The first,
Yeah.
the first day for the Dr. Hopkins assessment.
Yeah, it's like he almost already knew that they were gonna get approved for that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
And then this is the first time we see Aaron face to face.
The date is October 19th, 2019,
See, his
and we are
felt thing is
interviewing
coming up.
Chase Brody again.
Yes, look
The use of the Dr. Hopkins assessment has been approved. Good morning, Mr. Brody.
He said good morning.
Is it?
We're going to ask you a series of questions to determine your state of mind. Now, keep in mind, we can
I
detect
know.
if you're lying, so please try to answer truthfully. You okay with this, Mr. Brody?
Do I have a choice?
Is your name Chase Brody?
Wait, shouldn't I be hooked up to like a bunch of wires or something?
I assure you our technology is quite capable. That won't be necessary. I will repeat the question, is your name Chase Brody?
Yeah.
Are you 34 years old?
Yes.
Are you taking the Dr. Hopkins assessment right now?
Yeah, I guess.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, how would you describe your current mental state?
Why do you need to know that?
Please just answer the questions.
I don't know. A 4.
Have you ever felt an attack of fear or anxiety?
Yes, of course.
Do you feel safe?
Right now? No.
Do you regret your decisions?
What?
Do you regret your decisions?
About what? You're gonna have to be more specific.
Do you know where you are?
Somewhere in Iris.
Do you know why you're here?
No. I keep telling you guys, I have no idea.
Have you ever heard of Alter 114209?
No, I told you yesterday. I have no idea what that is.
What was the first time you came into contact with Alter 114209?
Are you even listening? How many times do I have to tell you, I have no idea what that is?
All right, moving on, Mr. Brody. How many pictures have been shown to you so far?
Pictures? None.
How many sounds have been played for you?
None.
Are you easily startled?
No. I mean, maybe, I don't know, it depends on the situation.
What's the worst pain you've ever felt?
I don't know, I can't remember.
Do you believe in God?
Bit of a loaded question, don't you think?
Please just answer the question, Mr. Brody.
No. I mean, I used to, not anymore.
Do you believe in life after death?
Okay, no. This is ridiculous. No, I'm not doing this.
Ridiculous or not, please just try to answer the question truthfully. Do you believe in life after death?
No.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you significantly?
No.
Have you ever lost someone close to you?
Okay, look, I've answered all your questions. I'm not doing this anymore.
We're not done with the assessment yet, Mr. Brody. Have you ever lost someone close to you?
I don't care if we're done with the assessment, okay? I'm not doing this.
Have you ever lost someone close to you?
Yes! I lost the only two people that ever mattered to me.
Such a good scene.
Thank you, Mr. Brody. This concludes our assessment.
Wait, that's it? What was the point of all of that? When do I get some damn answers?
Alrighty. Also, Rogue,
Yes. What's up?
stream planning chat.
Stream planning chat? Oh, hold on. Oh. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for alerting me to that. My phone went dark.
No problem.
There's one thing I wanted to talk about. I think it was one of the it was when he was asked the question, "Are you easily startled?" And he says, no, maybe, I don't know, depends on the situation. I don't know why, but I immediately thought to Dark Silence. I don't know why, but I just did.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna pull. Has anyone ever like the video game Portal?
Yes.
I've heard of it. I've never actually played it myself, but I've heard things about it.
Do you care if I give like some dialogue spoilers?
Oh, I don't care at all.
No, yeah.
I don't care.
It's like, wait, who said they care?
I was like, anyone. I just I was like, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I thought you said someone
No,
cared
no,
about
no,
that.
you're
But
good.
it was just one random line where Gladys is messing with the player and says like, people with guilty consciences are more easily startled by loud noises, and she cuts off with like a sudden train horn. I thought they were gonna pull that in this.
Oh
Honestly,
yeah.
Wow.
I was expecting them to pull like a loud noise or something.
Oh yeah. I thought it.
We're going to, but we didn't go
Oh,
through.
hello, Soph.
Oh, what?
Hello.
Hi, Soph.
I apologize
Hello.
for
Hello,
I'm
welcome.
I'm recording from a cave right now, so I apologize for
Yeah.
you.
Gonna turn you up
Now
just a
you're good.
little bit.
Echoey is Jameson's room in the first episode in his power hour.
I mean, all the better for your evil cackles of laughter.
Yeah.
Also, though, I do want to mention something regarding the question: Are you taking the Dr. Hopkins assessment? That question specifically reminded me of that scene in Have any of you played or seen Sean's playthrough of Little Misfortune?
Of what?
What?
Little Misfortune.
Oh, Little Miss.
Yo, I did, but I don't
I've
remember it.
I've seen him upload it, but I don't remember ever watching it myself.
It's an amazing game. You ought to watch it and play it. I played it because of his playthrough. It's good. But anyway,
I mean, it reminded
do y'all
me.
care if I give some slight dialogue spoilers? There's nothing like huge to the plot, but
I mean, sure. I don't care.
yeah, when walking along, one of the characters asks Misfortune, "Have you ever heard this question before?" And when I heard Aaron ask Chase about the Hopkins assessment, I was like, wait. Huh. That's what that reminded me of.
Cordy.
You're like, huh?
Cordy, the Watson Scott test is what you're thinking of.
Yeah. Because he said that he got a little bit of inspiration on it on his stream, I think. I want to say.
It's like, are you playing a game right now? Are you sure? Like,
are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Also,
you mean that?
I mean that. The corporate wants you to tell the difference between these two pictures. They're the same picture.
But no,
like-
I'm literally thinking because they're just walking along and it's during one of the scenes of the game.
Yeah,
And
they're
I
testing
thought
to
of
see if
that.
he's like still aware, I think.
Interesting.
I think
It's like a
Watson Scott test
reality
is,
check.
yeah, Watson Scott test is sort of like a what's it called? Oh crap. I have blanked on the name at the current moment. Shoot. The one for computers.
Huh?
Shoot. Hold on.
I
Take your time. Take your time.
You got this. You got this.
I legit am going to have to Google this because I cannot remember what it's called. It was
Wait, what's called?
it was mentioned in the sequel to the Watson Scott test, and it was also mentioned in Detroit Become Human. I've seen playthroughs of both of those games. How do I not remember this name of this damn test?
You mean the Turing test?
Turing test. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. We solved
Jack
it.
got
Why
it.
did it take me so?
There's also I wanted to like I'm looking at my notes right now for the sounds that I heard during the video, and this is for the session 3. Um there's like I mentioned where is it? I wanted to I want like at whenever when Aaron mentioned mental state, there was like a high pitched hollow sound that like kind of continued through like this part of the video. And
Yeah.
I mentioned that like anytime that like something important is said, like security, like a mental state, microwave, alter 114211, sound is played, and I think we know why, because obviously it's like it's important. But like
Interesting.
that's what I caught, and I was like, interesting.
But I mean, okay. So far we've been kind of all over the place with this stream.
Yeah.
When are we not?
True. True.
That's the best kind. That's like it's that's just how it's relaxed when we can go on different topics.
Yeah, I just don't want to like confuse chat too much,
Yeah,
No,
because
yeah,
it'll get yeah.
Yeah.
What have we gone over so far with this clip?
Let's see. No pictures, no sounds, not feeling safe. His mental state was 34 years old as of 2019. Used to believe in God, did not anymore.
Chase Brody.
Yep,
His name is Chase Brody.
Can't remember the worst pain he's ever felt.
Suspicious.
I think I low-key think he does know. I'm pretty not pretty sure, but it's like half and half for me. I think he might know what the worst pain is, because during the 4th interview, when he was shown, like when he was getting flashed, he was seeing pictures of like people, like other people.
See, you just reminded me of something, actually. Cause
Yeah, but is it are we talking like mental pain or physical pain?
Exactly.
But that brings me back to my topic here, because I remember one of the past couple of times I talked to my therapist, I was talking with her, and she was like when something traumatic happens, your brain like blocks it out.
Yeah,
Like
so
it takes everything you
legitimately
experienced in that time frame, and then it just like wraps it up and sticks it far away. So it's like
Yeah.
so if he can't remember, then that means it's like he successfully blocked it out. Either that, or you
it's
tie it back
trauma
into
response.
forgotten or just too afraid to remember again.
Yeah. Or sometimes there's just a culmination of bad events that you can't pick out which one is like the worst of them.
Because he did say that he knew that he went through like a traumatic experience. Like, have you ever experienced an awful occurrence that has impacted you significantly? He said yes.
He said no.
No.
He said no.
I thought he said yes.
He
I thought it was in
says
the fourth
no
one.
the first time, but in the second interview he says yes.
Second time he says yes.
He says yes. That's why I was like, I wasn't talking about the first one, but I remembered the fourth one, and I was like, I think he said yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does he do? He remembers what happened in Dark Silence because he recognizes the red hallway at the end of the video.
Well, actually, you could argue that he doesn't remember all of it. Because
he recognizes
he recognizes the red hallway as something that's a threat to him, but he doesn't know exactly why.
It's like a pure instinct of like.
Dude, just the mere mention of that scene has me just breaking.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
I know. People might get to hear me cry live on stream.
Okay. So we were talking that I had a thought about like the way that these questions are formed. And I mean, Dr. Aaron I feel like people were calling him Gibbons or something like that. I cannot remember.
I just call him Dr. Aaron.
Yeah, Dr. Aaron was just kind of going through that list. he's clearly done this like a bunch of times before. He's probably gone through hundreds of these like tests.
It's a Tuesday for him. It's a normal
Yeah.
Tuesday for him.
I think with like the alter question specifically, like, do you know of this alter? It's not an if so. It's just they just ask it anyway. He doesn't care if it's like a yes or no. It's just he just asks it no matter what.
Mhm.
Or it could be again
Yeah.
a case of like if the answer changes in between those two answers, it could be a sign of something like that. Because I know that sometimes for example, doctors will sometimes, if they're preparing for a surgery and, you can't eat before surgery, you can't have breakfast that morning usually, or you have to have a clear system.
Mhm.
They'll sometimes trick patients into like telling whether or not they've eaten or not by saying like, "Oh, what did you have for breakfast?" And if they say anything, then they can't do the surgery. Like if they tried to lie the first time. So it
Interesting.
could be like a gotcha test where they're trying to, even if they say no the first time, if he says something the second time, then they know that they got him. Or it could be a change of like, in the few seconds between asking these questions, something happened.
Interesting.
Well, remember, they can also tell in the moment that he's lying.
Because
Right,
of the
yeah,
watcher
that too.
technology.
Whether or not
Yeah.
they say anything or not.
I also kind of forgot about that.
No, it
So-
makes sense. Makes sense. Soph, do you have
That
any
was a
input
detail
here?
that's easy
I
to
think
forget.
they're also just checking if Chase is aware what is after him, because it seems like Dr. Aaron already knows that he has Alter 114219 after him, but I think he's just reality checking Chase a lot.
Soph, do you have
That's-
Yeah,
any
we're trying to
input
see
here?
whether he's actively possessed or not.
Yeah.
Rogue, you were saying?
I was gonna ask if Soph has any input here.
No.
Anything,
I mean, pretty
anything
much...
we should take into consideration here?
No, I think you're all basically on the right track. Like, basically the whole context of like everything that's going on with Chase is that you're on the right track. That Iris is basically just questioning him to try and pry information out. And so, if you want to get the right information, you need to make sure that it's not like lascivious or like being affected in any way. So the test is just there to say, okay, let's make sure that this guy's actually as sane as we want him to be, so that we can just get the information we need out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little
Fair
did
enough.
they know.
What do you know?
Little did we
Tell
know.
me.
That man is not okay.
Really.
He's
Very
definitely
not
not
okay.
okay. He's definitely not okay. He needs all the therapy in the world after this.
And then let's see.
But the unemotional way they deal with him makes you think, well, they probably dealt with something worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, except for
With what yeah.
we're not at this point yet, but like that one point where Aaron refers to him as Chase and does that whole psychological thing.
He
Like
refers to him
immediately
a lot as Mr.
immediately
Brody.
after that, he goes back to calling him Mr. Brody.
Yeah, it's a lot of Mr. Brody.
Mr. Brody. Mr. Brody.
Trying to get on his good side.
Very cold and like clinical.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, Mr. Brody.
Mr. Brody was my father.
Mr. Brody was my father. No!
Call me Chase. Mr. Brody was my father.
And Mrs. Brody was my wife before I killed her.
Oh, don't.
No, I am your father.
Anyway, on to the third clip.
I think we're good with this clip, yeah.
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 Also, we've been live for about an hour now.
Wow.
Already?
Yep.
This one's gonna go on for a while. I'm already gonna warn you.
Lord.
Let me see.
So I am gonna try to keep
Come
each
Don't tell me you're giving me the silent treatment now.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this for a second.
It was just getting.
I think I am gonna try to keep each half equal, but I don't mean to do it out of intent of like, oh, I want this rotation to talk about the first part of the video and this rotation to talk about the second part of the video, but like, that just might be end up how it goes, because there are 8 clips and there's only so much time in the day, and I want to conserve energy, you know.
Yeah.
No,
I do have one note I want to bring up for one clip, but if we get to it, we get to it, and if not, I'll kind of say it real quick before we head out.
Okay, sure.
But
Okay, I'm just gonna let this clip play out.
Getting fun. So, what? Am I supposed to just sit here and talk to myself? Oh, Iris, you're so amazing. It's like only yesterday we used to talk. I miss you so much. It's probably just me, though, right? Should we see other people? What do you want me to do with this? I'm not a dog. Do you do this for all your guests? Or am I just special? I know you're watching. Hello? Anybody? Hello? Anybody? Come on. I know you're watching me. The light's on. I'll break your camera.
And then he didn't.
Do it. I was chanting, do it.
Oh no! Help! Help! Oh, I've hurt myself! Oh, help! Fuck. This is what you want, isn't it? Yeah, you guys watching. I know you're looking at me. You sick fucks. Can you at least turn the lights off? How am I supposed to sleep? Can you turn off the lights? Thank you. Come on, this isn't funny. I'm trying to sleep. Hey!
Fucking auntie.
Look, when are you guys going to let me out of here? All right, it's starting to get really boring. I answered all of your questions. I told you everything I know. What more do you want from me?
We love a short king.
Hello? Is this some sort of sick joke? Oh no. No, not this again. No, please. Please go away. Please. Please leave me alone. Please go away. What do you want from me?
Did anyone else hear we have to lay you off?
I kind of heard that. I have that in my notes. I kind of heard that there was like a voice.
Shout out to TurquoiseMagpie.
I.
They did. Not the villain laugh.
I've already reserved the smiley face for text. I can't heh on text, so I have to do it audibly.
It all
Fair
started
enough.
with that smile. That damn smile.
But yeah, I don't have like a ton of notes on this scene, on this whole clip, and as a whole, because I put clip 3, boredom, because he's just bored. But I put
notes to mention.
I put
Go ahead.
tennis ball as like a a throwback to the game Sentient, because I don't know, seems
Mhm.
like it. And then the glitchiness stuff that happens at the end of it, as he was like, he's
That's
like,
the
"What do
start
you
of the
want from me?"
heartbreak.
The
Yeah,
heartbreak, yeah. The
Yeah.
ending still the ending of that clip still breaks my heart every time. What do you want from me?
and
And
like,
he's just like thoroughly. You can tell he's like mid panic attack, full on.
Oh
Just
yes,
whoosh.
he was shaking his hands. He was shaking his hands by the end of the clip.
Oh yeah.
and like, I was gonna say, when he is like doing the thing with his hair, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought already. What was I gonna say?
You think maybe you were thinking he was trying to like ground
shaking his
himself?
hands and grabbing his hair.
Yeah, shaking his hands, grabbing
Yeah.
his hair. Oh, he was like, "Not this again," which means this happened before.
Yep. Alter 142
114209.
You don't know the number by now.
No, it slipped my mind. That's
You're
why I was
not
like,
a real fan. No, I'm just kidding.
"Oh God, I'm leaving. I'm so sorry."
No, you're good.
It
Yeah,
slipped my
I'm just,
mind.
I'm
It
just
slipped my mind for a
messing.
minute.
It happens.
Yeah.
I'm just
There's so many
goofing.
numbers. There's so many numbers and
I
dates. We
do
gotta
have
keep track of.
something. I do have
Go-
something to mention regarding this clip.
Yeah.
A
Go ahead.
theory I wrote down a little longer ago, but I'm gonna mention it anyways. So you know when Chase looks at the camera and says, "This is what you want, isn't it? Yeah, you guys watching. I know you're looking at me, you sick fucks." It feels like it was partly implied towards us and Iris, but I couldn't scratch a feeling that Chase is breaking the fourth wall. And it's a little too perfect, like to not think like that, because it definitely feels like he was also talking to us in a way.
It
Yeah.
kind of
We are
harkens back to
watching him.
Undertale.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Interesting
this.
fact about.
Yeah, no, you go.
I was just gonna say an interesting fact about that line is that, like I said, like most of this stuff is scripted, and like it's pretty obvious that like Sean is going by a script for the majority of this. And he mentions that bit he just added a few scenes. That line or that little section and the bit where he's in the bed are not in the script.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
he just made that up on the top of his head.
Huh.
Interesting.
That is
Did
very
help a lot. I
interesting.
like it.
Very interesting.
That is very
I-
interesting.
Yeah,
Huh.
I think this is a good. It is a good clip to have in there because it does kind of show what he's doing in the meantime between all of this and kind of just
Yeah.
how. Okay, we never
Yeah.
see him get fed. Is he actually getting food?
Yes, please tell me, is our baby boy getting fed?
Probably not. I don't know.
That
He
makes
also
me
doesn't
sad.
get
That
the
makes me
opportunity to
hurt.
go to the bathroom, so.
Dude, oh, that's so gross. He doesn't get a shower, doesn't get food, doesn't get nothing. Damn, Iris. What the hell, man?
For real. Actually, another thing of note is it would also be to add on to that with him talking to Iris slash us, saying like, "I know you're watching. This is what you want, right?" That would be like sort of to mark the descent into madness, and like I don't know exactly how to explain, but or like try to mark where he is at that point. So of course he would be meaning us because we did this.
And it's like the
Yeah, and
whole.
this is what we want. We want to watch it, so.
We've
very-
been dying
Yeah,
for
that's
this. Yeah.
a little on the nose. A little on the nose.
A
But
little.
It's a very Undertale kind of moment.
it's like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Sean did love Undertale, so.
True. Let's see. So is that all we got to say about this clip here?
Think so.
Because we have
I think so, yeah.
about 15 minutes left before we hit the 90-minute mark.
Okay. I really
Alright.
hope we get to the.
I will
I really
say-
hope we get to Echo because I haven't had thought about that.
I will say from like my observation of like your guys' interpretation of this video, the one thing that does surprise me is you guys thinking that Auntie is in control of the lights.
Oh,
I didn't say that he was. I just thought.
Say that either. I think that's just a joke that people are saying. We know it's Iris screwing with them.
I think because I was thinking a lot on Tumblr, like people like making fun of that scene, being like, "Damn, Auntie, why are you turning off the lights?" And I'm like, He might be, but he also might not be.
Yeah, I think that's just like a funny joke that people are making.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the scene that you're looking at. Like the part where he's like panicking and he's hearing the voices in his head, that might have been Nancy. But the part where he's trying to sleep in the bed and say, "Hey, can you turn off the lights? I'm trying to sleep." That might have just been somebody at Arvis trying to be sadistic as fuck.
Yeah, that's being sadistic as fuck.
Yeah, I think
somebody at Iris is most likely just fucking with him.
Yeah,
that's probably all we really have for this clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So next clip is Hopkins assessment number 2.
Oh boy.
Which is gonna be fun.
I got a lot of notes on this one.
Fun, right, totally.
Yeah. This one takes place on my birthday, actually.
Oh.
The date is October 21st, 2019. We are interviewing Chase Brody once again.
Welcome back. I thought you guys forgot about me or something.
Mr. Brody has experienced elevated exposure levels since we last spoke. Levels in the room have also been increased.
Wait, what do you mean? I've just been sitting here. What have you guys exposed me to?
Mr. Brody, there are powers in this world that would seek to harm individuals such as yourself that we are trying to protect you from.
Well, bullshit! You think you're doing all of this to protect me?
Believe me, Mr. Brody, we are. We're going to carry out the Hopkins assessment again.
Oh, great.
As before, please try to answer every question truthfully. Is your name Chase Brody?
Yep.
Are you 34 years old?
Uh-huh.
Are you taking the Dr. Hopkins assessment right?
Yeah. Just ask the questions.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, how would you describe your current mental state?
Well, I'm pretty pissed off right now, so rock bottom. What was that?
Do you feel safe?
Do you feel safe?
No.
Are you enjoying your time here?
Yeah, no.
How does this image make you feel?
Very confused.
Do you know why you're here?
No, I keep asking you that.
Are you comfortable?
No.
Do you have any experience with Alter 114209?
No, I keep telling you, no.
When was the first time you came into contact with Alter 114209?
I haven't.
Do you know why you're here?
Wait, didn't you ask me that already?
Have you ever lost someone close to you?
Yes.
How many pictures have you been shown?
I don't know, 4?
How many sounds have you heard?
2.
Do you regret your decisions?
Yes.
Do you mean that?
What?
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you significantly?
No, Yes.
Do you believe in life after death?
No.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you significantly?
Stop.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you significantly? Ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you significantly?
Stop. Please, stop it.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you significantly?
Stop asking me.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you?
Stop. Please, stop it.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence?
Stop!
Subject's exposure has increased to concerning levels. Suggest moving to second phase pending board permission.
What is this? What did you do to me? What did you do to me?
All right, so
you just experienced a sorry.
Nope, you good. You good. I knew what you were gonna say.
I think he's experienced a terrible occurrence, guys.
That impacted him significantly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just a
might
hunch.
have.
Just a hunch, guys. Just a hunch.
Yeah, the phase thing.
Empath, I think he might have experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted him significantly. Why is that so hard to say?
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you significantly?
I can
Well, Aaron found it hard to say.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence? No, I can't.
What were you saying, Soph?
And I was just saying, Aaron had exactly the same problem.
I can see why.
I can see why now.
That's
I'm never saying that
probably why.
sentence again.
That's probably why when he was screaming it,
He's probably doing it as like a warm up or something, but then they incorporated it into the clip.
There's also a little bit of this clip that we've not looked at yet.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I wanted to bring up at the very end of the clip, the little camera segment.
The what?
There's a camera segment at the very end of this clip.
Oh yeah,
this one?
That thing.
there's a glitch.
I think there's a reason. The reason that this is in, from what I'm gathering and what I'm thinking, they're saying exposure levels are kind of increasing, and they've been increasing over the last. I think this is the 4th day he's been here, because he's been here since the 18th.
Yep.
And so exposure levels are increasing. For the start of the video, we only saw glitches when we were staring through the camera screen. We only saw them when we were looking at Chase through the monitors. Now we're starting to see them affect him in like actual life outside of the camera.
Oh.
I think that's kind of what it's trying to show, that this has been progressing to where it's starting to affect him outside of just looking through these monitors. Like
Yeah,
things
now it's
getting
starting to
out of
seep-
the monitors.
Yeah, it's starting to seep into the real world now.
Interesting.
And that red light on the camera looks awful a lot like a red curtain hallway.
I think that's just on the camera. I think that's just a thing on the camera. But you do have a
Yeah, I think
point.
it's just a recording light.
Yeah.
I do have some notes in my thing when I was listening back to this about maybe 2 days ago, and I was listening for sounds. I mentioned that at where is it? At 12:37 and around 12:24, around the first flash, it sounded like a little child or something, like a little laugh or something when the
there's a laugh and then a cry. Like
yes.
someone crying.
Here, everyone, I'm gonna try to find it.
There's also a gasp of a woman somewhere.
I'm gonna try to find it, so everyone shh.
Time here.
Yeah, no.
How does this image make you feel?
Very confused.
Do you know why you're here?
No, I keep asking you that.
Are you comfortable? Comfortable.
No.
Do you have...
Here, let me
That
go
one.
back.
There.
Yeah.
There's one.
That first one was the laughter. The second one was the gasp.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a woman
It
gasp. I
sounds
have
like
it down as a
somebody- It
woman
sounds like
gasp.
a gasp of somebody who's being strangled.
Yeah.
I didn't
Like,
Wait a
hear,
minute.
I
Wait a
didn't
minute.
hear a gasp, but I
Wait,
guess I'm gonna have
wait.
to re-listen.
Here, let
Wait,
me.
wait. Is that me? Is that me or the little image that's like superimposed like on Chase, like the one with the
No,
eye? Does it look like
there.
there's a
That's there.
No, I know,
I keep
I'm just
asking
saying,
you
like, does it
that.
look like
Are
there's
you
a tear there?
comfortable?
No.
Right there? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Does it look like there's a tear or something?
How did it?
Looks like there's
Falling-
like tear streaks or
It looks
something.
like
tear streaks like falling down.
watery eyes or something.
There is a scene somewhere in this where he's actually crying and nobody noticed at first until someone made a gif of it.
Oh.
Wait, no one noticed that?
Well,
No one
I mean, it wasn't, or I didn't notice, so I assume nobody noticed. But I don't know exactly where it was. It might have been towards one of the ending scenes.
It's the one.
Yeah.
I think it's after.
It's before everything went down.
It's when Aaron
Yeah.
says, "We know what he took from you,
Mhm.
or we know
Yeah.
what was
He's
taken
like a
from you."
husband. A father.
And then like he like presses his eyes closed and there's an actual tear. But like this, I think is like an
Oh, yeah.
overlay. It seems like an overlay anyway.
Okay.
Because it doesn't
looks
move
like
with
it,
him.
yeah.
See?
It stays
Yeah,
the
it's just
same,
overlaid
yeah.
onto the.
There's like something else here.
I think that's an eyebrow.
Yeah, but like it's.
Do you have any experience with Alter 114209?
No. I keep telling you, no.
When was the first time you came into contact with Alter 114209?
I haven't.
Do you know why you're here?
Wait. Didn't you ask me that already?
Have you ever lost someone close to you?
Yes.
How many pictures have you been shown?
I don't know. 4?
How many sounds have you heard?
2.
Do you regret your decisions?
Yes.
Do you mean that?
What?
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you significantly?
Wait, gotta go back. Wait, nope, that was just. Wait.
I don't.
That's a flash of Chase.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
flash
yeah,
from the
it's in
short.
the forest. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's when he's taking a drink.
Mhm.
No. Yes.
Do you believe in life after death?
No.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you
Wait,
significantly?
oh, right there.
The
Right on
cross
his
thing.
on his cheek.
Yeah, the cross on his cheek.
That's such a good shot, though.
That is a really good shot.
That one.
It looks like a
It
grave.
looks like a grave.
It's a grave.
It does look like a grave.
When I first saw this image, I thought it was like, does Chase have like serious religious trauma? What happened?
I mean, he did say he used to believe in God, and now he doesn't.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking, but that does look like a gravesite.
Anyway.
I think it is.
But like these are like such blink and you'll miss it little bits.
Mhm.
So I
That's
think
why
that
it's like good to like go back.
yeah, it's always fun to like go back and like just do the frame by frame look.
Help us out.
Yeah. And I know that there were other images.
Impacted you significantly.
Stop.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence
Like
that
there
has
was one that
impacted
looked
you
like
sig- Ever
hands.
experienced a terrible occurrence that has
Yeah,
impacted you
like
significantly?
around a woman's neck. This
Oh,
clip
there,
right
there.
here. Yeah,
Right
yeah,
there.
this clip.
The hand one
Yeah,
is
it
weird
look-
to me.
It looks
That
like
definitely
it's
looks
someone
like
being-
Chase's
Like
arm.
that's a face, first of all.
What is it?
It's laying down.
That is definitely a face.
And then
And that looks like an arm.
it sure does.
Because
Mhm.
Chase has hairy forearms.
Yes,
Well,
he
Sean
does.
has hairy forearms.
Bella.
Just like,
I was just pointing it out.
Stop it.
Have you ever experienced a terrible occurrence that has impacted you significantly?
Stop asking.
Oh wait, there.
Okay, there's
This
another
one
one.
looks like the hands. Can you see like fingers, right?
I see the fingers and the thumb, yeah. And then there's a ring.
There's a ring? Where? Oh yeah, there is.
Right there.
There's a ring?
Right there. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
there's
ring.
a ring.
right there.
That to me, that looks like I think a lot of times this is a little bit morbid. If someone is like dying in a hospital, usually, if their loved ones are there, sometimes they will take a picture of them holding their hand. That kind of feels like a very similar shot.
Oh, you
Interesting.
can't make me cry right now.
Asking.
Have you ever experienced
Wait, what was?
Oh, there's another one too.
Okay, that I
It looks
don't
like
know.
hands.
This one looks
It
like
looks
like
like
the face
hands.
of a statue or
Or like a
something like
weeping
that.
yeah.
angel.
Like a graveyard or
But
something.
before the face, yeah, that looks like a hand covered in. Isn't it? Or does it look like it's covered in something?
It looks like a cross. No, that's not a cross. No.
It looks like a child being pulled backwards.
Oh yeah, no, it does.
It does.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can see that.
Or like a painting of one.
If ever
No.
I get the chance, if ever like Robin opens up about how she did this, I will be there instantly.
Oh yeah.
No, me too. Me too.
Same.
And also
I've,
Trey.
Same.
I followed her Twitch, so yeah, if she streams about it.
Sometimes she does stuff like that, but I don't know if she'll do that for this just yet. You know?
Remember it
Maybe
was
it'll come in the future.
I remember
Robin who confirmed. I remember it was
Yeah,
Robin
unless-
who ended up confirming for us that it was Chase in the dark hallway sequence.
Yep.
Yes. I think so. Unless Sean tells her not to like reveal anything about the editing because it might be revealing some stuff.
True.
Yeah, for later.
But we don't know that. So
Hopefully she does. I really want to see.
Wait, right? Yeah. Robin edited all even. What clip number is this?
this is
The
clip number
odd-
4.
So Robin did edit this one.
Robin edited this one,
Yeah.
yes.
She edited all the
Yeah.
Even
ones, and then
clips.
Trey edited all the odd
And
ones.
Trey edited the odd ones.
Oh. I didn't know
Wow,
we
they-
had an actual like pattern for that, like who edited what.
It sort of
Okay,
happened
I
by
thought it
was
accident,
on it.
apparently.
So
It was
clips
Sean
complete
said it was
accident.
unintentional in his stream.
so
I
clips
knew it was
2, 4, 6, and 8 were edited by Robin, and then 1, 3, 5, and
Right.
7 were edited by Trey.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch the rest of that stream, damn it.
I know. I think I might rewatch it again just to
I
like
need
freak
to-
myself out.
Well, I've only watched like the first like third, so
But yeah.
and then I got distracted.
There's that.
I hate it when that happens.
Gosh, don't make fun of me.
I do know we are getting close to time.
Yeah, we're at an hour 27 right now.
Yeah, so we got like
Okay.
3 minutes.
3 minutes
Ish.
left.
There's
So
one thing I found interesting about
Yeah.
like the pre-live stream, but we'll kind of skip over that and we can keep going with these clips.
Yeah, Robin, she is amazing. And if you don't stand Robin, get out of here.
I love Robin.
We love her.
We stand
love her.
in this house.
We love her,
All
Robin.
hail Robin.
Also, though, I wanna make a note of when Aaron says, "Do you mean that?" He looks like just stone cold, like mean.
He's like, what?
He had malice in his facial expression almost, in my
like, what?
opinion.
He was so caught off guard. He was like, what?
Yeah, that could be also. I think Chase is seeing either visions. Maybe Auntie is kind of messing with him on this, making him kind of loop through a lot of this, or it could be the Dr. Hopkins test itself.
Yes.
I honestly think that some of the newer questions that weren't there in the last test,
Yeah.
and just Auntie trying to, or just Chase in general, skewing things in his memory. Why am I echoing?
It's true.
So like it switches
Like,
when Aaron says, "Do you mean that?" It switches perspective in between when he says it. So he's like, "Here's the first
I
face,
don't know why.
and then there's the
Maybe
second
it's just
face."
me not being able to read facial expressions correctly because things. But he just looked so mean in that.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
It's almost as if Chase is hallucinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it
Like
was.
it was
Does anyone else when watching this clip back, does anyone ever get that kind of feeling of being like physically drawn into this? Like, I don't know what it is about the camera, but the way that this is shot.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was intentional.
The first
honestly.
time, the first time during the stream when I watched this, I got genuinely anxious.
Like,
Me
it kind
too.
of
I
gives
was
like
like,
vertigo feeling.
I was on the edge of my seat when this whole scene was going down. I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
It actually gave me anxiety to the point where my like chest was hurting during the evening. I had these like weird heart pains and nausea.
Oh
my god.
Oh wow.
Auntie?
Yeah, probably Auntie.
Auntie?
All right.
Yep, that's probably time.
I was gonna say we just hit hour 30 mark.
Hour 31.
Wow.
Ish.
How time flies
so fast.
And we only got about halfway through the video in terms of the clip number.
Time is broken.
Time is
Yeah,
definitely broken.
I'm gonna head on out. There's one thing I'm gonna bring up in like the theory room later.
Okay, sure.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a list of my theories that I didn't mention in the theory room.
Just so everyone in chat knows, the stream isn't over. We're just switching over who's in rotation right now.
Yep.
Like, just so chat knows, this is how this works. We're not cutting it off right here. We're not gonna like go differently. No, it's just the second half of the stream. We still got like another group of people waiting to be on. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to see if they're all ready?
I will do that. Let me. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Oh gosh.
The one thing for me is again, this is like really good shot, and I'm learning about camera shots in class now. I want to reverse storyboard this at some point and just kind of see if I can kind of capture those camera moves in like a reverse storyboard of this, because this was really cool.
Well, if you ever do, let me know if you figure it. Let us know if you ever figure anything out, like or see anything.
Also, nobody on stream can see this because I have my thing cropped. But on my sidebar, my recommended videos, Say Goodbye is right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I bet I've been drifting off and just like kind of staring at it from time to time when we were watching the videos.
Same.
Yeah, same. I've been like glancing at it.
Yeah, just from time to time, just like.
It feels like it's sitting there just taunting us.
Yeah,
And then, I mean, like 3 videos up, we have Aaron tricks Jacksepticeye into bad trades. That's just the anomaly found video.
Yeah.
And then beneath say goodbye. It's this was so scary, made me cry.
No, I know. I saw the game. The game where where it all like started to like kind of pick up the little anti hints in the video.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, Cordy said in chat like about finding out like scrapped ideas and concepts. I would love to know about scrapped ideas at some point.
Yeah, me
Not
too.
now because it could imply spoilers, but like, yeah.
Okay.
I really like. Sorry.
No, you're good. I really don't mean to cut you guys off because this has been a lot of fun.
No.
I just we do need to move along at some point, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much
So
for
I'll have
having.
everyone say their closing thoughts, or like whoever wants to say their goodbyes to the voice chat on stream.
Say goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for her.
Yeah, this was fun.
Listening and hearing me die from time to time throughout the stream. Yeah.
This was I've got a lot more thoughts about this.
Me too.
Yeah.
But we'll do that later. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Yeah.
See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Right. And
bye.
See you, Bella.
Oh God, where's this? Where's the button? I can't find the hello. My Discord is broken.
I'm
oh
just
my
gonna
God.
disconnect.
Okay, there it is. Found it. Sorry.
You're good. Okay, and then we go to rotation 2. And here we wait. Hello, hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Vio.
Excellent.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello?
I'm gonna have everybody introduce themselves as we do again. So let's start at the top. I'm gonna stream this to you guys. Who's first? Kayla?
Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect.
Yay! Okay. Hi guys, I'm Kayla. I've been in the community since 2017, so like after Always Watching, but like kind of in the middle. Like I joined in the middle of like after Always Watching and before KJSE, so I've been like around since then. And
a wonderful time, really.
Yeah, emotionally traumatized.
As anyone would be. Oh man. Okay. And then next up we have Rainy Day Dreamer.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
You're good.
Okay. Hi. I go by Nico actually.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think I put that in my intro, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry.
You guys can call me Rainy if you want to.
I just call you by what your username says. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's totally fine. You can call me Rainy if you want to.
Okay. Let's see.
Sorry.
Nope, you go. I don't want to.
Okay. I believe I've been here since early 2017 as well, but again, chronological memory bad.
Fair enough.
So I've been here for most everything.
Well, almost everything except for saying goodbye.
Yeah, almost everything.
And then next up we have Spirit.
Hi y'all, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. So I'm Spirit. I joined the community sometime during COVID. I don't really remember because COVID's a blur. So, but yeah. So I joined the community then, got into the egos around then, but I didn't really interact with much of the community just because I was like too afraid to. But I started earlier this year and I've loved it ever since. So.
Aw.
Yay!
All right, and then last is someone that I think we all know already.
Yep. Hello. I've been on here a couple times before. I'm Vio.
That's a bad thing.
Like,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, of course.
Just making a joke.
I've joined the community like 2017, so I've been here for a while. Like I joined right before KJSE, so I've been around since then, and I never left.
Until you actually left Temple.
The Apollo trio is here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's go.
the running joke is that in our little server, especially with Vio and Kayla especially, Apollo has been striking them with dodgeballs nonstop. So
how I feel.
So
blessed by a god, I guess.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna adjust some volume here because you guys are a little bit loud, and I don't want to like give myself sensory overload when I start
fair.
playing the video. Okay, so you down
Definitely
just a
understandable.
smidge. You are fine. You
You need to test my audio as well. Sorry, I haven't been speaking. I've been trying to mute because it's bonfire night currently, so there's fireworks going on outside, so I don't want you guys thinking that something's going on.
Soph, you're
You're
good.
all good.
You're good.
Okay, sorry in advance.
No, you're good.
Oh,
Again, you
stop
can
apologizing.
feel free to add or not add anything that you want.
There we go.
No pressure.
It's all good with me.
Okay, let's see. So theory time again. It's my face cam.
Oh yeah, say goodbye. It's right there.
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's see. Let's move on to the next clip unless we have more to say about this one.
I just wanted to. I just really quickly wanted to just comment on the music that's being used in this clip.
Like the weird, spooky, like
the weird vocal sound, because it's the exact same being used at the very end when Auntie shows up, but there's only just a slight difference.
Yep.
So
just enough to make you uncomfortable.
Yep.
Just enough.
I like the music. It's like it sounds like the the music from the Water Temple in Twilight Princess. It's the weird like instruments. I don't know what it is. It's really cool to listen to.
Yeah, it's just enough to make you uncomfortable.
Yes.
Exactly.
Lovely.
I wonder what key it's in, because if it's in a minor key, then that probably
minor
keys usually are used.
Well, I was gonna say I have perfect pitch, so I could tell you that, but like, I was gonna say like, there's minor chords in it, if I'm thinking about it correctly.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if it's in a minor key because it's just a couple different notes.
Yeah. I think most of the chords that we use is like areas that's called like, I think it's named the augmented fourth or like the diminished fifth, where it's like it goes from a major to then minor afterwards.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, it's just to invoke like fear, basically.
Also, fun fact. I don't think it actually happened in this video, but like, I just have to share this fun fact because I find it so interesting every time I think about it. You guys know, like in like horror movies or suspense thrillers, whatever, when there's like those like violins, like da 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 da, like getting higher, like higher and higher in pitch, like that is meant to invoke stress in you because it plays on the same part of your brain that tells you that a baby is crying.
What?
Ooh.
Like it's meant to stress you out, like because it plays on that same part of your instinctual brain that tells you that someone is in danger or that something isn't right or that you need to go help something, but you can't.
So the same pitch of like screaming.
Yeah.
Sort of unrelated, but kind of related. I remember because I'm in college right now, and I was reading a textbook, and it had mentioned like if we had been programmed to think like music that sounded like that was happy, would we still have the same response? And something about that just like I don't know, something about that I just fundamentally disagreed with, but I don't have the science to back it up, and I think that might be why, because it's like it's like accesses a specific portion of your brain that makes you react the way you do. So I don't think like any sort of conditioning by society would change that. You know?
So like rising higher pitch and like you know like the screeching violin noises, you know, like if someone's like da da da
Yeah.
da, like that kind of suspense noise. That's meant to play on the same part of your brain that tells that the instinct that tells you like a baby is crying or something like terrible is happening.
Fascinating.
Like the demon Jaws.
I think
Yes.
literally. I think they did do an experiment like ages ago to see like the comparison of like I think it was mainly to test to see like the public opinion of sharks, because basically the public opinion of like sharks is that it's very negative because people think that they're killers, which is not true. They are very docile and hardly attack anyone. I think there's literally there's a statistic out there that says you're more likely to get bitten by a New Yorker than you are sharks.
That wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I used to live in New York, so I can
so they did
probably
this.
attest to that.
Yeah, so they did this test of basically where they showed like 3 footages of like the same footage of sharks. The first one was accompanied by like basically the Jaws theme tune, that same kind of like tense, like sharp like tones that get progressively like louder and louder and more aggressive, that basically to invoke fear. And then they showed it without any music, and then they showed it with light, happy music. And the amount of stress levels that were registered was literally due to the music and not the actual image of the shark.
Yep.
Wow. You never know what music can do to you, man.
That I've seen. Sound design is incredibly intriguing to me. I really like it.
Yeah.
But anyway, onward to the actual content that we're here for. On to my favorite part of this entire video.
Echo!
Going to Echo!
Yay!
But we gotta watch it through once first. Okay, so... Oh, come on. Oh, there we go.
No, not this again. Wait, no, this is different. Hello? Yeah, I hear you. Who are you? I'm Chase. Wait, where are you? How can I hear you? Help how? Wait, can you get me out of here? Then why are you talking to me? Are you trapped here too? No, don't say that, no. If both of us work together, we can get out of here. What do you mean? How do you know that? You've seen him too? What does he want? Wait, I don't understand. What do you mean I'm special? No, please don't go. No, please, I need to know. Echo? Are you there? Oh, come on, please, don't leave me alone here.
Oh, I could go on for years about this.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I have like a list of headcanons. I have an ongoing or sort of ongoing thing that I'm trying to write from their perspective. Like I need to see all the art of them all the time. Like
Also, side mention, I don't know if like Huffle has released like their interpretation of Echo, but that's all that's been on my mind every time I think of Echo. It's just so good.
I've been thinking about Echo a lot too. I want to draw them at some point, but
it's like
I
you
have,
ever just
I have a list of drawings I need to make. There's something I want to say about Echo though.
Yes.
Because when we first got that Iris clip of what we now know as Echo's voice, I was like, why the heck does this sound so familiar? And it was bugging me. It was bugging me for ages, and I could not figure out why. There is a monster in a different game that sounds similar to Echo, and that's what it sounded like, and that's why it was bugging me. I was like, that's why it sounds so familiar. The monster's called Valhazak. It's a very hard, not hard, horror themed monster. It's very creepy and very cool. One of my favorite monsters to fight in that game. So that was just something that I really liked in terms of sound design. It's just like a very like ethereal, hard, like nothing you've ever seen before sort of thing. And that's what
Yeah.
Blahazaka is. It's very different from any other monster I've ever fought in that series. Because it's so I don't know how to describe it. It's very like I don't know. It's just really, really cool.
One thing that kind of caught me off guard about Echo was like when I heard their sound for the first time, I was like, I don't feel threatened. Like versus like Anti's whispers, like you automatically know that's him. You already know like you're in danger. Something bad is going to happen. But when I heard Echo, I was like, no, you don't seem like you're a massive threat. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could that be the same thing about like with what Rogue was saying about the violence?
It could be.
Maybe.
It could be. Cause it's like a, it's not like a harsh sound. It's just like a.
It's very light.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very high pitched, kind of like kitten meows and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's supposed to invoke
I
a
have
sense
4
of
cats.
protection.
I'm very well versed in meowing.
But
bouncing off what sorry, Rogue, didn't mean to
No,
interrupt.
I was just gonna go off on my speech about how great the acting was in this scene. So stop me if you want.
I was just gonna say, bouncing off what Soph said, Echo really sounds like ethereal, like not like Auntie, but like almost like an angel. Like an angel like presence, like very high pitched, very light, like an angel, like how you'd imagine an angel to be.
I know how everyone says this, like, I've seen so many people say it, like, on the Discord server and on Tumblr, like, just about everywhere, really. But, like, it seems like they're polar opposites.
Yeah. Yin and yang, devil versus angel, Michael versus Lucifer, yeah. Which, if that is the symbolism that we're getting, like the religion type symbolism, I'm all for it. I love that
I'm here
stuff.
for this. Let's
Anyone who is paying attention to chat right now, Chaotic Potato is correct because there are echo sounds in one of the teasers that Jack posted.
Yep. And the little white corners too.
And the little and the description of ethereal presence.
I like the I'm glad that Kayla just spotted the idea of the white vignette, because that's also one of the things that kind of we wanted to play with in terms of the visuals, of like trying to see if people could sense like the kind of comparison of color and emotion, because there's white vignettes from like the very start of like Echo communicating to Chase, but then there's one point where something is said to Chase through Echo that makes him worried. It gives him the clues of like this thing knows what he knows, and then the vignette turns slightly dark, indicating that whatever this thing has said has probably said something to do with Auntie.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, so if nobody else is gonna stop me, I'm gonna go on my rant about the acting, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so anyone who follows me on Tumblr already knows all this because I posted about it once. But like, you see Chase wake up. Let me go back up here. And he's like, I don't know if he's asleep because his eyes open kind of quickly. And he's like, oh wait, I don't know. It's the same sort of whispery sound that happens when you would think that Auntie is coming or something. And he's like, he recognizes it as familiar. That's why he says, not this again. And then he's like about to go into it, and then right there.
Wait, no, this is different.
He's like, no, it's different.
Hello?
And there's the white effects around the screen. But like, so it's like the way he exchanges with Echo in this whole scene.
Yeah, I hear you.
He's being very gentle with them. And I'm not over that.
I love. Oh my god.
He's being gentle, but like and like his whole thing with like immediately not jumping the gun to like, oh, this is something malicious that wants to hurt me. He's like, oh, maybe this isn't something that wants to hurt me. And that could be an assumption that he's making out of him wanting to leave so badly. But like at the same time, he's still genuinely curious. So he's like, So it's like he's like kind of like arguably in awe of like what is happening? Who am I talking to? What's going on? And then throughout the entire exchange, he is extremely gentle with them. He's like, no, don't say that. No, like he's just like an airy, light tone of voice, where he's like
he's calming them down.
like he's trying to convey that he himself is not a threat. So it's like, and that conveys to me that Echo's tone was something to do with like them feeling anxious over something. He's trying to calm them down.
I'm a father comforting his child.
Oh my god.
He's very well versed in doing that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, that's why I mentioned in this post, it's like almost like you would with a child, that same kind of like lighter tone that you would use when you're speaking to a child. It's like that tells me that Echo is like nervous or anxious about something, and that they were probably being vulnerable and revealing themselves to him. But like a no, like a don't say that. If we work together, we can get out of here. Like it's so much of like a But then there's like the whole leaving sequence and like the, oh wait, what are you telling me? You've seen him too? Like, and the whole thing with Chase's body language, it's just because it's like the whole time he's like not. The only one time in this whole scene can I name a time that he's like even remotely annoyed, and that's when he's like, then why are you talking to me? And then he immediately switches his tone.
Yeah.
Like immediately. But that's the one time you can tell that he's a little bit exasperated with the situation, but then it goes immediately back.
Of course.
And like, oh man, I just want to like.
Who are you?
So like, the whole glitchy stuff that happens. I like to think that that's happening because Echo is responding, but they're like not something that the cameras can pick up, so they're kind of like malfunctioning a bit.
That's cool. I like that a lot, actually.
So it's like, because it's in Chase's head, but the cameras are high tech, so they can kind of sense.
They can pick up something.
They can pick up something, but
motion and emotion.
Yeah, emotion.
Yep. There you go.
So it's like
12K, baby.
So like if they're detecting Echo's emotion, then they'll detect that there's something there, even if they can't see the actual motion.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that's true.
So the camera tries to make sense of something and make something physical that's not actually physical.
Yeah, that's what my guess is as far as like the glitches that happen during Echo's responses. Even though we can't really there's no like physical presence of Echo in this video,
Right.
but like but like you can tell when they're gone because the cameras act fine.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like yeah. You go.
I'm
Sorry.
like, no, you're good. I was just gonna say, like, and if Echo is an ethereal presence, like not from this world, it would also make sense. Like the cameras would freak out and like geek out because they're meant for humans and for the mortal realm, not for the ethereal.
Yeah, like they wouldn't be programmed to like deal with that kind of creature.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then like, let's see here. Throughout this whole thing,
I'm Chase.
In this world, those types of things are to be subdued.
Help how?
But he's genuinely curious about how, but he just kind of glosses over that.
He even like walks around the room, like whereas he hears like Anti's whispers, he just sits down and like stays in that one spot.
And then like this is the one point in this entire clip that he sounds like exasperated in the slightest.
Then why are you talking to me?
That's it. And then he immediately switches his tone. It's in the word talking.
You can hear like the tone of his voice.
But then he immediately switches it
Are you trapped here too?
to genuine curiosity.
No, don't
And then,
say
like,
that. No.
listen to that.
If both of
This
us
is
work
where the
together, we
concerned
can
part
get out of here.
starts.
Oh, there it was. Did you see that? Like, Echo is saying something probably about him, and there's like just the
Yep.
tiniest little bit of a darker effect around the
Yep.
corners here.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
How do you know
And then wait for it.
You've seen him too? What does he want?
And then, like, explaining a lot, and it's making the cameras glitch out
I don't
more.
understand. What do you mean I'm special?
And then it starts to leave.
No, please don't go.
And then
Please, I
cameras
need
are
to know.
fine. Except for right there.
Echo,
All gone.
are you there?
I'm guessing that last glitch is more of a transition.
Please, don't
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like the presence is now gone.
Yeah.
I think I can give you this one thing
boy.
about one particular camera glitch, and that's when Chase is asking what there is, like what's talking to them, and it's the bit where it's basically outed that is the bit where the thing tells him their name. You'll notice that when the camera glitches out at that part, and that's the part where you get like the little silhouette of like a person, you'll notice that the audio of Echo cuts out, indicating that it wasn't a glitch on the camera. It would indicate that somebody basically skipped that part of the video to cut it out.
Oh.
Oh, there'd be some.
So.
Oh.
So that's Iris basically hiding the fact that this creature has just outed itself to a subject that they are interrogating.
There's some sabotaging going on.
Hiding from the public is what it is.
Yep.
So it's literally in real time redacted information.
Yes, that is the redacted information.
Oh my god.
Hit them.
What?
Interesting.
Something about the silhouette. I don't know. There was something about it when I first saw it. It was just like, I don't know, white around black. Because
people have been
we're
making comparisons to our boy JJ.
Mm-hmm.
That's also true, but I'm just like, my thing with the white around black, if the white is, oh, cars, please. If the white is Echo, then the black would be Auntie, I guess. I don't know. I feel like there's something in this where like, because
that's what I was gonna bring up earlier, because like to bring in color theory into this, white would technically mean like a sign of purity, whereas like black could mean like evil. Has
Yin and
most
yang.
malicious intentions.
Yin and yang colors.
Yep.
Interesting.
Because we've always associated like, I mean, aside from the actual colors themselves, RGB, we've always associated Auntie with darker. Because he literally wears black. He wears all black.
All the time. Has no fashion sense.
But this is the first.
Black looks good at everything. What do you mean?
Well,
Sweats and wearing a black cloak right now.
Does also hide blood.
But it's like where this is a new like presence, a new being, where the first very initial color that we are supposed to associate with this being is white. It's literally on the edge of the screen. That is the connection we're supposed to be making. So that's why this silhouette shot throws me off, unless it's like, I don't know. Unless it's like it's supposed to be like we're picking up movement or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I know certain cameras do that, where it picks up movement, but not as heat sensors, just as silhouettes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then that also begs the question, where is this that we're seeing right now? What area is this in?
Let's see.
True. I also like the gray around the edges too.
Yeah.
So here, let me.
Also not standing straight up, which it's like tilting to the side. That's suspicious to me. I don't know what about it is suspicious, but it's like, I don't know. Like it's walking towards something. Like has this very specific gait to it. I have no idea.
Here, I'm gonna play this a little bit again.
Hello?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Who are you? I'm Chase.
Interesting.
Wait,
You
where
do
are
get
you?
some color.
Yeah.
Blue and
So
yellow.
Wait, hold on,
Was
blue
there
and yellow. Oh my god. Stories Untold,
like
the last one. Oh my god. I just made that connection. Like that. Oh my god.
Was there something else like in the I feel like I saw like an ear or something when the camera was glitching. I could have just seen something, but like with the RPG and like I thought I saw an ear. I could be wrong.
I know there's a bit where you see Chase is like just the edge of his face, like
Yeah,
in the
that.
red. Yeah. You see his nose and stuff in the chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Chase.
Yes, it is important to remember that someone is actively watching this live feed on a computer, which we do see,
We do
but
see it, yeah, at the end.
someone is actually like watching
So
everything. Someone that's not just us, of course.
who do you think Echo is? Cordy asks, and I'm like, I think Echo is like genuinely. I really hope that they're a new character than not just another ego in
Me
disguise.
too.
Me too.
I mean, of course, if it does end up being an ego, I will not complain. But
absolutely
like,
not.
Fair.
But if it's like
just
we
the
were
potential of it being their own character, being like right there,
and like we were
oh
told
my god.
that there were going to be more characters alongside the egos that aren't egos that just happen to coincide with the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that Echo is one of them.
Maybe Echo in a
I
way
agree.
symbolizes us and like how we're trying to help Chase out and everything. Maybe that's gonna be kind of the role in the story is to help out the egos, like how we're trying to help out the egos.
Oh my god, I want to interact with Echo so bad.
Right? Like
So
now,
bad.
do you guys understand my brain rot now? Like,
yeah.
Completely. I've been new.
Yes.
but like, yes, there's only 6 canon, and there's not going to be more of the characters who share the same face, as far as we know.
Right.
R.I.P.
But like,
Robbie the zombie.
honorable mention to Robbie.
Would it technically be rest in peace if he's a zombie?
Yeah,
Rest the whole point of him resting in peace means he can't be a zombie.
I'm alive, but I'm dead.
I'm alive,
But
but
surviving.
I'm watching TV.
But yeah, my genuine hope is that Echo is their own entity, not like anyone in disguise.
I really think that Echo is their own thing. I don't know. It doesn't, to me, what we've seen so far doesn't add up for it to be anybody else.
Yeah, because like I've
if one of
seen
the others directly wanted to communicate with Chase, they would.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like from Marvin has his methods. I know.
Right.
I mean, JJ, I'm sure has his methods when he's of like able ability to communicate. Like because
True.
I mean, because JJ's a very. I mean, it's a very break the fourth wall, but also still like that's the point sort of
Yeah.
thing. He communicates directly because he knows he's being filmed.
Exactly. That's like his
Because
role
that's
of being
his
like an
job he's doing.
entertainer.
He's filming. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
like
I feel like if it were to be him, he would make himself known. He's been seen before. All of the aside from Jackie, but that's a separate thing. All of the egos that we've seen so far, we've seen them and they've made themselves known and they haven't hidden themselves purposefully from us. So for this to be redacted information by Iris, there's something that Iris does not want getting out and they do not want us to know. And of course they have to be oh, words come back.
We were talking about this earlier in the Discord server about how Iris wants to like protect their reputation as much as possible.
Yes.
So
Doing
like
a bad job with it.
Oh yeah, like
Oh yeah, no.
oh
There's
our
been like a
god.
huge data breach at Iris. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, let's celebrate our anniversary. Cake balloons.
They still haven't done anything with the 100th year anniversary celebration, and I'm like scared.
No,
So on the topic, some people are like, "Oh, I think it's Marvin. Oh, I think it's someone else. Oh, I think it's the ghost of Chase's dead kid." And I'm like, "No, I just think it's Echo."
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it
I
doesn't
think
really
Echo's
make.
just a character.
Yeah,
But
it
the
make.
main, yeah,
I don't
the
know.
main thing that would be interesting to get across is like from this entire project, outside of just like Chase himself and the development of his like character, it's also the development of like what on earth Iris is and what they do. Because I think this clip, and specifically connecting this clip to the next clip that will come afterwards, of Aaron basically talking to Chase in more detail and more friendly about another like thing that they have like contained, would indicate that there's a whole world within Iris of them like finding strange things that like they call alters and then like containing them, kind of similar to like SCP Foundation.
Yeah.
So it kind of indicate that like not everything is connected to like the 6 main boys, but like there is a lot that's going on.
Yeah.
There's like a whole
It's like
universe outside of
subplots.
them. Yes.
So it's just so cool because like we don't really often get characters that aren't egos alongside the egos, you know?
Exactly. So this
Of
is why this
course.
was kind of like a big deal.
Yeah. I'm
And
glad
so
everyone's embracing it.
yeah, I really
Yes.
Absolutely.
I really hope that we get to see more of Echo and that um they have more of a part to play instead of just being like a example, you know?
2 projects on the horizon, people. And one of them is going to be as big, if not bigger, than what we just got.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm hoping that either Chase goes back for Echo, from wherever it was he got yeeted to, or Echo latches onto someone else and says, "Hey,
question.
I mean, hey, if Chase won't take Echo with, I got a rent-free space in my brain right here.
That's fair.
Listen, we
Well,
claim
Echo seems to
Gerald.
be. Well, Echo seems to be audio based, and what other ego is audio based?
Oh.
JJ?
JJ, yeah, it's a JJ.
Yeah, it could be any of them, really.
Yeah,
There's also Marvin and like Henrik, who also had to deal with like the portals and that kind of stuff. It could be any of them.
Boy.
Okay, well now I need to go write JJ and Echo, but never mind. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're saying.
This. We have claimed Gerald the turtle as our pet. We
My
can
gift
just as
to you
easily
lot.
we can just as easily claim Echo.
Exactly.
They may not have a body that we've seen.
No. But I have to say,
I don't need
everyone's like visual interpretations of them that I've seen of like people like drawing Echo and what they think that they are. I am very, very happy to see like everyone's interpretation. And
Cool.
it's fun to see like most of them seem to have this one underlying connection, which is that they're very ghostly, which I think really suits that kind of. They are kind of more like
especially
an aura.
with the sounds we got with them as well.
Yeah.
That fascinated me. Like from a standpoint of like a social experiment, that really fascinated me. How everyone had like a very similar idea. It's like in the same way where like people are like they look at Jason like, yeah, this is a bi man. Like how does the brain cell connect so that we all get like a very similar outcome? And is it because there's subliminal messaging specifically with Echo where it's like, oh yeah, the outline is white. So their main color to associate with them with white. What else is white? Ghosts are generally seen as white.
Yeah,
and a very
translucent.
wispy being. Yeah, translucent, definitely.
I don't know. I just
So
want so much more of them.
I'm
Like
sure you'll
literally
get
when
it.
like I
Yeah,
have
you're gonna get more. Whether you like it or whether you're ready or not, you guys are gonna get more. God knows what it is.
Hold on. Wait, what do you mean ready?
Never ready.
Like I said, when I warned you guys you're not ready for this, I meant it when I said you guys were not ready for what happened.
No, you were right. You were right.
Oh man.
I'm really curious though, speaking of like, because I know Sean has more projects in the works, if like each of the projects that he has coming out will be related to each of the egos, and like the title for the projects will be Anomaly Found and the ego name. And we're gonna get a bunch of those. I'm really curious.
And let's not forget
That's probably
the whole,
not something that they're at liberty to say.
There's a database we got, like, with the question marks. And then one of them was like, oh my god, I'm like losing my words. But like 8 question boxes. We only know that one of them was Chase. And then the one that glitched out next to him was like Vibrant. So I'm thinking that's like where we're going next after this. I could be wrong. And if I am, well, you can prove me wrong. It's fine. But
I wanted to mention something.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember like all this time, Iris has been like asking, oh hey, what do you want to see us do for our anniversary and stuff? And like, oh yeah, our
Right.
anniversary is coming up. And then they announced it. And then that was it. Like I think like I mean there's obviously an in real life explanation, but I'm talking about in the universe. I'm not talking about real life
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe what they have planned. I'm hoping it doesn't have anything to do with Echo because I don't want Echo to be harmed.
Right. Yeah. Good point.
They better leave
So-
Echo alone. That's all I'm saying.
Finn in the chat brings up a good point, and it says this facility may have had everyone killed, but how many other facilities or branches do they have?
Exactly.
Because on one of the teasers, in one of the teasers, it said like name Chase Brody, like location Irish facility, like redacted or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
Classified. Classified is what it said.
Although the station.
So it was
Although
like
the station.
yeah. So there's more than one.
Of course.
They have mentioned like in this project themselves that they are like international. So they could have facilities everywhere.
Oh god. Oh.
I know.
We'll have a lot of facilities to take down, y'all.
Yeah, if they were to be stopped, that'd be a hefty task. Unless there's a link that
You
connects
need
them
a
all.
lot of people to do that.
Gee, almost
Well, we
like
have a lot of people in this community.
28 million people. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're totally not somewhat demented. No.
Anyway, should we move along from our beloved Echo?
Let's go.
Yeah,
I believe
we
so.
can.
We love you,
Yes.
Echo. Always
Echo,
and
we love
forever.
you.
Much love.
Can we,
Very much.
Scoot up this way.
And now we watch the heartbreak.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh, lovely. It just goes downhill
Hope
from
knows
here.
how
Heartbreak-wise.
emotional I am. This is great. Oh.
He's so tired.
Hello, Chase.
I know.
How are you doing today?
Just peachy.
And we know you've been through a lot recently, Chase. We just want to help. Please, allow us to lighten the mood a little.
Okay. I'm gonna pause right here just to make a comment. The first time this music played, and Aaron was like, "Allow us to lighten the mood a little." Like my immediate first thought was Casual Bongos from Sister Location. It's like the
Just like the elevator music.
Yep, just casual bongos. So like, while we give you the bad news, listen to these casual bongos. Like, anyway, not to interrupt this, I just wanted to make that point before I forgot it.
I definitely want to comment on this entire section after the section is done.
I do too.
Okay, let's keep watching.
Yeah.
We're not a bad company, Chase. We know you think we're evil and want to cause you harm, but that couldn't be further from the truth. We want to stop the bad things from happening.
You guys sure have a funny way of showing it.
We would like to share some information with you about our company and why you're here, if you would allow us.
Okay.
A few years back, there was an incident in a small town in the north of England. An item was discovered that had a considerable influence over the people who lived there.
An item? What kind of item?
A small stone slab. It seemed harmless from the outside, but this item was affecting lives of everyone in this town. They had no idea, of course, but many of the residents there had talked about getting severe headaches that wouldn't go away, getting nosebleeds much more frequently than normal, and some started hearing voices.
Voices?
We're not entirely sure what these voices were saying, but they evidently had an impact on the people who experienced them. Many lost their minds, were completely unresponsive, while others, sadly, turned a darker path.
Why are you telling me this?
When Iris found out what had been happening in this village, we sent out a team to negate the problem. The CNC identified the item and took it back here for containment.
So?
So, you see, Chase, Iris helped those people in that village. We saved them. We find items like those and we protect people from them. We're not here to harm you. We just want to help.
So, what? Are you telling me that I'm being affected by one of these items?
Unfortunately, we believe there is something far more sinister interfering with your life.
How much more sinister can this get?
What is affecting you is orders of magnitude more powerful than any of these items.
So what? You guys knew that this was happening, and you just sat there and did nothing.
We're just trying to get to the bottom of this, Chase. We know what you've been through.
No, you have no idea what I've been through.
You've been seeing things, correct? Hearing voices in your head? Have you seen a man alongside these visions?
How did you know that?
That, Chase, is Alter 114209. We've been tracking him for quite some time.
He won't leave me alone. He shows me such awful things. What I did.
We know what was taken from you, Chase. That you used to be a husband. A father.
Didn't kill them.
I'm sorry?
I didn't kill them.
Oh, how I want to hug him so bad.
I do
The
too.
heartbeat.
Just never
Oh,
let
the
go.
heartbeat in the background. Ugh.
There was a heartbeat, yes.
I will say when everything went live, because I was in like the voice chat for like this, just to listen to you guys reacting and also like try to help you because things were breaking in the background when we were trying to run the stream.
Yeah.
So I was trying to help you, but like every time the clip showed up, I deafened. So that I couldn't be able to hear it, and then immediately undeafened as soon as the clip was over. And at the end of every clip, everyone was like, "Oh!" And at the end of this one, hearing everyone just like have the most solemn reaction, and then just saying, "I'm going to fucking kill Iris." One of the best things I'd ever heard in my life. Just to hear that reaction of absolute hatred towards Iris for making the boy cry.
Yep.
Man, I couldn't
He's
join
hard
that.
enough.
I couldn't join that call because sensory overload. But like,
Me neither.
Yeah.
That's fair.
and plus I was recording my screen at the time, and I didn't want the desktop audio to get messed up. So,
Yeah.
but man,
I was back at my computer at that point.
But yeah, I definitely hear the heartbeat in the background, and I also hear Auntie's giggle, and then there's also like at the end of the clip, there's a like a ringing sound.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Here, let's see.
And what I also heard too, when they were like finally explaining Alter 11249, there was a bass drop.
too, and when Aaron says sinister, there's a bass drop too.
Yep.
So
Idea what I've
Was
been
there another
through.
one with a
You've been
man
seeing
along
things,
these
correct?
visions?
Hearing
Yep,
voices
right
in your
there.
head? Have you seen a man alongside these visions?
Red lights.
Wait for it.
How did you know that?
That, Chase, is Alter 114209. We've been tracking him for quite some time.
Right there.
You can hear the heartbeat now.
Heartbeat.
Yep.
And there's the giggle.
The giggle.
I never heard
won't leave me
it.
alone.
I never hear it.
Here, hold on. I'll go back. It's
Yeah, I don't
after.
hear it
It's
either.
after.
Do I wanna
It's
hear
after
it?
Aaron says
Oh.
we've been tracking it for quite some time, and Chase just gets quiet. Ready?
Ooh, nope. Aww. that giggle with all my life.
I know. But it's so good. It's so subtle that like you can miss it if you're not looking for it. It's I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just like
missed
Sean.
it.
Just like Sean, I'm loving the audio in the background. Like, oh my gosh, sound design, mwah, I love it.
I'm planning on getting.
What'd you say, Soph?
I was just saying, I'm glad that Sean had fun with the audio.
Oh
I am too.
yeah, I'm glad he
I'm
had
getting,
fun in general.
Yeah.
I'm getting a pair of headphones because I need mine replaced. Half of my headphones are held together by duct tape. I had to do headphone surgery on them. So there's it's kind of off my ear. So there's some stuff that I probably won't be able to pick up, but I plan on getting a new pair of headphones.
Yeah, I
very
heard
soon, and I am so excited to go through this video with these new headphones.
Yeah,
and
I heard.
just scrub through and really listen. That's gonna be so fun.
I did hear the giggle on this side of my headphones only. It was just like behind me, kind of.
Yeah.
And it was like
It
really.
sounded like in the distance and on my left.
Yep. Exactly.
Interesting.
Directional audio was really big.
Directional audio is one of my favorite things. Oh my god, I love it. I love it when it's used.
In
Games and
especially in
stuff don't do
horror
it enough.
games too. If I'm
Mhm.
not wearing my headphones and Jack's just playing 3 scary games, I'm fine. But if I have my headphones on and there's directional audio, I'm like, oh god, anxiety.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember there'd be when I was younger, there was definitely times where I couldn't watch a horror game all the way through without pausing because
What's
I'd be
that
scared.
game? Oh my god, it was Jack didn't get all the way through, but it was the most. Was it At the Dead of Night where it was Buddy with the axe in the hotel? And sometimes when you come out of the elevator, you'd hear him call out to you. Oh my god. Terrifying.
Yeah, this whole scene is just heart-wrenching. Like, oh my gosh.
To be sure.
I hate seeing him cry. Can he genuinely smile for once, please? Lord.
I don't think this universe will allow that.
No.
I'm sorry, Chase. I'm afraid we can't do that.
And just his tone of voice when he says "I didn't kill them" is just
like his voice cracks.
His voice, yeah.
He's like, I didn't. He's so genuine in how he
trying
portrays
to
it.
stop himself from crying.
Yep.
And
The
that
fact
makes
that he
it
muttered it
worse.
too. The fact that he muttered it too, Aaron had to
ask him to repeat it.
speak
Yeah,
up. He said, "I'm sorry,"
yeah.
and it sounded like he wasn't exactly expecting that.
No, he wasn't.
Obviously still had to keep up an air of professionalism because he's there to do a job. It's not like he's trying to be a therapist for Chase. So it's he's not handling that in terms of I'm here to help you personally. It's I'm trying to figure out this situation and how we should go about subduing this whatever it is.
Yeah.
So to learn this information, it's it's probably very important for them to know that Alter 114209 affects people in the same way that they've seen in the past.
So there's a pattern here.
There is a pattern, yes.
Well, and also one thing I want to point out is just at the beginning of this scene with the elevated music playing in the background and Aaron talking and being like, "Oh, we're good company," all this. That's just very suspicious to me because
I think it's meant to be.
It's meant. I think
It's exactly what a bad company would say.
Exactly.
It feels
good guys. It feels off, and good guys, they don't promote that they're good guys. You know they're good guys based on their actions.
Show it through their actions.
Yeah, you don't have to be the good. You don't have to be the nice guy to say. You don't have to say that you're a nice guy to say that you're a nice guy.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So.
Took the words right out of my brain.
It's also the irony of the situation in which as soon as Chase reveals everything, Iris also reveals that like they technically know who he is, close enough to know that he was married and had a family. So it seems almost insulting that in the previous clips that they basically asked him the most basic questions of like, "What's your name? How old are you?" In that situation,
And they would
almost
know about
mocking for them to say,
that.
"No, we already know who you are." Like,
yeah,
it's just a formality.
They would know. The only reason would be is because he would have an Iris app on his phone.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
So
piece of their technology.
Would you think that he would have had the cameras, or like would they have been in use by that point, or because I know it was recently that they announced them for non-commercial use. Would he be considered non-commercial, or would he have other methods of getting a camera?
Well,
That
if it's
would
for
be like he
the
would be
cameras
the
were
special case.
the cameras were originally for non-commercial use. That means that industries were using them. So places that need security cameras, like parking lots, for example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Parking
Parking lots.
Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe they did pick him up on those cameras, but maybe he didn't have one of those cameras, or he could have had a piece of their other technology.
Maybe.
True.
Oh yeah, because they definitely don't just have the cameras.
No.
Yeah, no.
The easy bake.
Freaking easy bake.
I like how you guys are calling it easy bake, even though like the design for that is the first ever microwave, which was like a full fridge. Not the easiest of bake.
It's not the easiest of bake ovens.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so it's like I mean, now I'm thinking like if watcher cams are mostly used for security purposes, it wouldn't be likely that like YouTuber side of Chase would have picked one up for like filming purposes. No.
Right.
Right.
But now I'm wondering.
But probably not if you're thinking of that's like what they're actually used for.
Now I'm
Someone did
wondering
recently.
because
Someone
before
did
he got
recently.
evicted, before Chase got evicted, he had an apartment. Would there be cameras used for that?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
Yeah.
at the start of all this, in that one 3 Scary Games episode, there was a security camera in use.
You know what,
And it
Bio?
picked up something on this camera.
Yeah.
Because the camera was glitching out. So by that point, someone bought
Are
a
you
camera.
talking about the one like from like June 26th where like in Jack's recording room?
so.
Yup.
I like how you know the exact date of it.
Yeah, I sure didn't.
That's
True
because I
archivist
recorded my
theories.
reaction. I recorded my reaction to seeing Auntie Shadow in the
I was gonna say the
doorway.
exact same thing that you were saying about the 3 Scary Games.
And I lost my shit because I was the first one to find it, and I was like,
Cause yeah, now that like if that 3 Scary Games, the intro of like the camera and like the different looking like because we're looking down at Jack or Chase or whatever whoever you want to like say it because we don't really know if that fits into the lore, but if it does, that's the same angle that we were looking at Chase at the during this video, the high upper angle.
oh my god, yeah.
We also have proof that it does fit into the lore. Iris posted that same day right before the upload, and it was
Oh yeah, they
their
did.
symbol.
It also
but it
makes
made in emojis.
It makes sense that when the footage was filming Chase in like the third little clip, that Chase would say, "I know you're watching," because they're probably using the same camera in his like little cell room, and so he's like, "I know you're watching because I've used those cameras and I know when they're on and always watching."
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
True.
Oh man. Oh man.
Especially for someone who would be familiar with cameras anyway.
Yep. Oh, I got
Okay, I'm just gonna ask before we continue on. Is this the scene right before Auntie?
No.
Okay, we got one more. Okay.
We have a short clip coming up next, and then the Auntie one.
Yeah. This clip contains an even more painful scene.
Oh yeah.
Rip me.
Okay,
And I have something I want to say about when Auntie shows up, but I'll wait till that clip. So
wait for the boy to appear.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the scene that breaks my heart. Oh, okay.
Bio.
I'm not wrong.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Brody. We need to take you somewhere more secure.
Oh.
More secure? Why? What happened?
Nothing, Mr. Brody. It's merely a precaution.
Okay, a precaution against what, though? What are you not telling me?
We do this a lot, Mr. Brody. We move people around to free up space. You don't want to be stuck in this tiny room forever, do you?
No, that's not true, is it? Something happened.
If you would just follow us, we will happily explain everything.
Okay.
Wait.
What is it, Mr. Brody?
Wait, we have to leave. I've been here before.
That's impossible, Mr. Brody.
No, you don't get it. I've been exactly here before. No, please. Let me go.
Please calm down.
We have to leave.
Calm down,
Please,
Mr. Brody.
let me go. No, please.
Come along,
Please.
Mr. Brody.
Please, no. Let me go, please.
He whimpers like a kicked puppy. Was there a laugh?
There
Was
was.
there a laugh?
Yep.
There's a laugh.
Okay, all right. I'm not crazy.
Same
Good.
glitchy ass giggle.
Also, something I want to point out: the whispers that you hear in the background, they get progressively more. I want to say louder, but there seems to be
Just like
more
Dark Silence.
Yeah, as the clip continues, before he gets as he's getting dragged away, you hear more and more of the whispers.
I also think I heard a woman scream in the background. It was really faint. But I swear to God, I heard a woman scream.
There's definitely a disconnect between what Chase is saying and what Iris thinks he's saying. And it's just like, there's like a cutoff. Because it's like they keep insisting like, no, you've never been here, we've never had you here. But like that's not what he's saying. He's not saying
Chase is saying
he's been
he's
there.
been in this situation.
Before. Yes.
And like the fun, or not, I guess it's not fun, but like
of course.
it's a testament to Sean's acting skills, because the way that we felt for him as he was like being dragged away, like, and the way he like yelled so earnestly, he was like,
And he was like bawling his eyes out, like from his voice alone. Like, that's the most we've ever heard his voice break in the whole entire thing. And like, oh my God, like,
It's
even
just
though I've
bone-chilling.
watched it, every time I watch it, like, as if my heart can't break again. Every time I hear it,
but like,
there's a shatter.
it's like trauma can be very hit or miss to convey in stuff like this.
Exactly.
But he nailed it.
He
nailed it. Absolutely.
Yeah. I like so that I was able to give like feedback for Sean of like things that we could add to like different edits. I was able to watch most of these clips before about like 4 or 5 weeks before like everything went live, and so I think it was this clip, and at the end of watching that I like paused everything and then just got my notebook out and just wrote things the community's not ready to see.
Was that one of the 19 things?
Screaming. Oh yeah, one of the 19 things that you guys were not ready to see.
Chase's scream being cut off as he's dragged against his will.
Yeah. Number 2 was like, oh yeah, you're not ready for him crying. You're not ready for him You're not ready for him being tortured.
No, we're not. We still aren't.
You were not ready. No one was ready.
No.
And then you have Smoley in chat is like, oh, so this was number 1. Understandable.
Oh gosh.
Something else that he does exceptionally well, and I can say this from a very personal standpoint, is that when he hears the whispers for the first time, it's definitely a thing where Chase has to just sit and let it pass. I deal with something where I get lightheaded. It's the exact same reaction. The same thing with the interview, with the flashing lights. It's like oh my God, like what's happening to my environment? Like everything's like, it feels like it's moving around, but not like actually moving, but like, it's just like
you're dizzy.
I'm disoriented.
Yeah.
Yes, like you're dizzy. Exactly. And I've
When he
felt that
first
before,
heard
and it is
everything,
the very same reaction.
When he first heard everything, he stopped dead in his tracks, as if to like take it all in.
Right. It's like, oh, it's starting. I need to stop, and I can't move. I can't do anything else. I need to let this pass. It will pass, but I need to let it happen. If I'm moving, this will make it worse.
But there is
mention.
there is another point that I wanted to mention that I mentioned earlier in the stream, but I don't know if it was during this half or not. Because like here, let me get back in here.
Wait, we have to leave.
Where the way he says, "Wait, we have to leave," it's like very like almost like monotone. He's like, "Wait, we have to leave."
Bring that up
And he's like, it's like an instinctual reaction.
that.
It's like an instinctual reaction versus like it's like there's something in the back of his head telling him that we need to leave right now, otherwise something bad is going to happen. It's like
instead of him,
yeah.
It's like instead of him like being only worried about himself, like I have to leave, I gotta get out of here. It's like he brings out that like good instinct in him, and it's like we have to leave.
He has a protective personality.
Yeah, it's
It's a dog.
We, not I. Did you say like a dog?
No!
He canonically likes hiking. The jokes write themselves.
Oh my god.
Bio no. Bio no. But oh gosh, okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. But the whole thing is that like the way he says I've been exactly here before, like makes me think that like he maybe doesn't fully remember the Dark Silence scene. Because it's like
just gonna say something like that.
Just the way he said it. Yeah.
Trauma blocks memories out of your brain and like stores them away, like you said earlier. So it would make complete sense if he only remembers some but not all.
Yeah.
It was already hinted to it in like the very first interview, the aspect of deja vu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because while trauma may block memories, I don't know. I really don't know about this, but can trauma block emotions as well?
Yes.
Probably, honestly.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, it
can. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like the full recreation of like the thing that happened that caused the trauma. It can just be something that is like sensory, and so like a smell or like a specific sound.
It's a trigger.
It's a trigger. Seeing the red light. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a trigger. It's a trauma response.
The red hallway.
Yeah.
And it's
even though like
because trauma can look different for every single person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like this goes back to why I was brought up my thing with my therapist the other day, because it was like she was telling me once about like because I have a traumatic experience that I kind of relive once a year, because it just happens to coincide with a certain day of the year, you know. But
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that like there's like this whole thing with therapy. There's a kind of therapy that you can do that like teaches your brain to like rewire those emotions to go somewhere else. It's like or it's like if you like follow like a thing on the screen with your eyes as like she's saying something, and then you bring up the memory, and then it's all very complex stuff. But I don't know. It's like rewiring your brain around it. I think that's interesting.
I think it's called like synesthesia, where it's the idea of like having two connecting sensory thoughts at the same time. It can be something that like most people like imbue. Like for example, I have partial synesthesia, which is Cronus synesthesia, which is that certain sounds trigger like colored flashes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
that's
like
the thing.
Yeah, so that's why like I liked listening to like the majority of what Sean did for like audio design in this, because I'm like, okay, so what colors are triggered like in my head whenever I have this, and most of it is quite similar to this. So I really did like the layered effect that he did of this whole way of like, if the full proper like edited effect was on this, you wouldn't see the red of that hallway at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they had to edit out the actual like filter that they put on there to make it look cameraed in order to make sure that that red light showed.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is the like synesthetic effect of the hum that's in the background as they enter the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Sweet.
Anyway, I found it in my notes. What did she call it? Accelerated resolution therapy or something? Something like that? but I don't know if that's what I'm thinking of or not. But I wrote it down way back whenever it was, but I don't know if that coincides with the same thing that she told me then. But it's very much like a controlled environment, and it's very complex stuff that you have to do with your brain, and it's really interesting. Anyway.
The brain is very fascinating.
Yeah. I'd say up to this. Yeah, I'd say up to this specific clip, with like the exception of like the very last clip with Auntie, because that is its own like kind of like meta story in the background. But like for the majority of these clips, I find that they are a fantastic representation of just anxiety.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god,
Oh, yeah.
Holy god. It was conveyed so well, like down to like the fidgeting, the body language, the eye movement. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and like
Down
the timing
pat,
of
for
certain
sure.
sounds, because again, like everyone picked out that like every time like Ultra 114209 was mentioned, there was like a slight bass hum in the background of this kind of situation of like Chase is registering that like, oh, they know what they're questioning me about. I'm not sure if I know what they're questioning me about, but like again, he mentions he's got a bad feeling. So it could be a case of like he's rewired his mind to forget about.
Yeah, just out of association, and he doesn't like that sensation.
Yeah, and of course, like when Iris dropped that, like they know that he's seen Auntie, and when they reveal like that is him, like we've been tracking him for quite some time. The heartbeat is in the background because that's what happens when like someone is putting a harsh truth on you. You can then feel all the functions and hear all of like your body, so you can hear your own heartbeat.
Oh yeah,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like literally that happened to me during overnight watch. Literally, when Auntie popped up for the first time, I didn't even hear Silent Night because my ears were pounding so loud.
Yeah.
And the ringing too in the background.
So most of it is just like this very, again, it's a synesthetic experience of like, it's not just the visuals, it's the audio and like trying to force the same kind of connected sensory experience.
Absolutely.
It's all the senses at this point.
Except for maybe smell. I don't want to think about how that room smells.
I don't want to taste any of this either.
Very dirty. I don't want to smell it.
I don't
No,
want
thank
to
you.
taste any of this either.
Yeah, no, that's
I
a
don't
good
think
point.
it would taste good.
No. Especially with your guys' obsession with feet. Ugh.
Oh, please no.
No.
God.
We're not mentioning those.
Yeah,
you were gonna said that immediately in the chat. The smell of grippers. Like you understand.
I'll have the record state that I had nothing to do with this.
Yes.
Like I have no like.
I don't either. It's just hilarious how quickly it turns to that.
Wait, Finn, no, stop it with your oyster world.
So funny.
Wait, to be fair.
I had a question. Because I know we've had the heartbeat in this multiple times throughout this video. Is there a connection then to be made when they mention the antimatter technology in the Watcher video where you hear the heartbeat? Is there like something similar? That's been bugging me for like a week now.
Do you know where we've also heard a heartbeat?
Where?
Stories Untold, like in that scene, like after Jack finishes playing the game and he's like stirring in his bed.
Yeah.
You hear a heartbeat there too.
Yeah. You're right. I forgot about that.
So we hear a heartbeat in this, we hear a heartbeat in Stories Untold, and we hear a heartbeat when the Watcher clip with the antimatter technology. There's a little heartbeat in the background of that. So
it's all connected, people, somehow, some way.
Another red string to the corkboard.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
should we? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I think someone did mention that in chat earlier. I think it was at the previous rotation where with the heartbeat in the cameras, they were thinking that someone might live in the cameras. That's why we hear the heartbeat.
Yeah.
That could be why Chase feels the energy in Iris, because it's interconnected with their systems. And it'd be very interesting if this technology that they have, like they're tracking Auntie, they can't get to him, but they didn't look in the most obvious spot.
Exactly.
And it'd be
their own heckin' system.
I have a very dark thought. I have a very dark thought, and I wonder if I could pass it to you guys.
Wait, what? Do tell.
There is the mention of, in that video of the antimatter like Watcher, there is the concept of emotion.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like it's able to register like people's emotions, and the question is, in most of these clips, where does Chase have the biggest emotional shift?
Oh God.
Oh. They bring up his family.
Oh.
Something
Mm.
that
Another thing I was
clued
not
me in
mentally
on
prepared
it.
for.
Something that clued me in on the fact that things started changing when he said he was pissed. It right after he said he was
Yep.
angry, he was feeling
Yep.
an emotion, and that's when it went wrong.
Yep.
That is exactly when it went wrong.
And after that, wasn't it when like Aaron said like the subject is unstable or something?
Or it was like exposure levels have reached concerning levels. Pending
Yep.
phase 2 board
Oh,
permission,
yeah.
whatever.
Upon board permission, yep.
Yep. Somehow registering exactly what the camera is picking up.
Interesting.
Oh my God.
Should we get to the boy? Because
Do
we
I
are
want
at
to?
2 hours and 48 minutes.
Do I want to at
Here
this
comes
point?
the boy.
I want
I
to
don't want
see
to see
my
him, but I'm
little
gonna
boy.
have to.
Here he comes. I want to see my little boy. Sorry.
Here he comes.
Okay, but first let's get our hearts
I've
wrenched
been
out
here
again
before.
all
That's
over this.
impossible, Mr. Brody.
No, you don't get it. I've been exactly here before. No, please. Let me go.
Please calm
no, we
down.
have to leave.
Calm down,
Please,
Brody.
let me
Everything's
go. No, please.
Come along,
Please.
Mr. Brody.
Please, no. Let me go. Please.
Sound like me when doctors had to drag me away to get a shot that one time
Yeah.
I ran away.
Oh God.
Yep. Alright, here we go.
I feel like I've procrastinated so much. Ugh.
Here we go.
Ugh. Ugh. Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, Chase.
Disgusting.
Ooh, that
Ugh.
looks. Ooh.
I like how his eyes weren't glowing right away, but like once his target was sighted, they like powered on. That's a
Yeah.
good touch.
And like,
Like, okay.
Sorry, you go.
No, go, go.
I was gonna say, this, I gotta find the pose for it. Hold on. It was like this, not this stance, but like, this one right here. His stance, like, his head is hung, he has bad posture, he is like...
Mentally unstable.
He is moving slowly, he's like... His eyes are sunken, like, it's almost like... I've said this before on, like, tags of art that I've seen, but, like, his... Just, like, if there was ever a time for he's standing there menacingly, it's this pose right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this one right here. Because...
And from like a viewer standpoint, it's like I can feel that too because it's only when this clip hits, none of the other ones, but this one where my neck, like the back of it, gets really cold.
Yeah. It's like a predator slowly
interesting.
approaching its prey. That is exactly what I think when I see this.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
kind of like what we wanted to. That's kind of what we wanted to go for with this idea that, like, if Anti is any kind of predator, he's a stalking predator. Of the case of you don't know he's there and you don't visually see him. It's only like during the chase, and even then you're so terrified of getting away, and then you realize only when you're cornered and about to die that you actually see what it was that he's actually trying to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
During the chase, I see what you did there.
Oh Lord.
But like it's like he's getting used to having a physical body, the way he walks,
Still.
and that
Oh yeah, true.
that
It's
was
very unnatural.
that way that was conveyed. That was awesome because like before we just see
It
him like
was.
glitching around in like spirit form or whatever he is, but like now
Yeah.
he's just like actually just like going slowly, and he's quiet, and he's like physically there.
It's like you can
Quiet
feel
Anti
his
is scary,
confidence,
Anti.
like I won.
Exactly. I was gonna say the confidence.
Also, can we talk about how they did the levitate shot?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So cool. Such
No,
good camera work.
so for
Butler
anyone,
can fly.
for anyone who wasn't at Sean's stream where he explained this, there was like a camera rig, and he was sort of sitting on top of it while the camera was like underneath, kind of, and he had to like lower his legs down ever so carefully to make it look like he didn't drop into it. Like he actually just like lowered his legs, and he had to slip off just seamlessly, and he did it. And I think it was Ethan who was cueing him.
Yeah.
It's like you can kind of tell that his knees were bent, but now they're not. And then it just proceeds to this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just so seamless. Like it looks
I know.
like smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So also I love the red aurora that's around Auntie. Just oh.
Yes, that's a very good touch.
Mm-hmm.
It like really gives off that like he's also not of this world. He's also just as ethereal.
He's
as
not
Echo
someone
was,
you
but
can
in a
trust
reverse.
either.
Yep.
Yep.
You'll notice his vignette is very dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get the sense of
Again,
danger.
contrast to Echo.
Yep.
Echo the beloved. Sorry.
I also kind of want to point out in this scene something that I really noticed, and I don't know if people have been touching on this or not, or talking about this. I haven't seen it, but whenever it pans to Chase and like his clothes, there's not a drop of blood on him.
Yep, people have talked about that.
Okay, good. Okay. Which is kind of odd because of and I did some research into this, but if like the guards shot themselves or if Auntie killed them and there was like blood everywhere, with the way Chase was being dragged in the previous scene, the blood from like a gunshot would have spattered down a little bit onto him. There would have been a little bit of spatter because of the gravity and the way gravity works. It would have fallen somewhere on him, I think.
It's almost like he was somewhat protected.
Yeah.
But I want to read off this post that I've reblogged already, so people might already know this. But from someone but someone who is actually in our Twitch chat right now. Yep, Smolly. Hi.
Hey, let's go, Smolly.
And they said, I don't know if anyone mentioned this, but thinking about that last scene of Auntie finally coming through the camera, if that was him, passing all the bodies of the Iris workers he literally just killed and introducing himself to Chase, and like if that was the point where Auntie was corporeal and Chase finally saw him in person, can you imagine just how terrified Chase must have been to see all the people drop like flies out of nowhere beforehand?
Right.
Like something you can't see just decimating everyone around you, and you remain the last one alive somehow, only to have the thing that you had just tried to warn them about, the very thing that had been haunting you for so long, that the feeling of absolute dread and horror personified, literally looming over you, greeting you with a simple hello and a smile.
Like, it's like Chase knows he was, like, left for last. Like, he knows he was spared to be the last person for a reason.
And like
I'm sorry, but if that were me, I would just simply pass away. Like I'm sorry.
and my addition to that post was also adding to that to Chase, that's not just any person walking down the hallway that probably just killed everybody. It's someone wearing his face.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the one who probably did stuff to his wife and child.
Right, yeah.
Yep. Well, like, and speaking of like the camera, like when the camera angle at the when like we're kind of being pulled down, didn't like Sean say something that like we were being like Auntie pulled us down to his level?
Yes.
At the end.
Gently, may I add?
But the whole thing with that was like that was not like I think he said it wasn't Auntie like coming out of the camera like it said. But it was like him pulling us out because we were the one in charge of the stream. We were the ones like doing all the like
in and
the
that.
puzzle solving stuff. And then but like at the end our commands weren't working. So it was like
They
at
were
the
gone.
end
Control was taken.
it's like he took back control and then he brought us to here as if to say like, is this what you intended?
Look at what you've done.
Look at what you've done.
Obviously not.
And so
every time we try to help, it just goes wrong.
Just like I when I think of the line, is this what you intended? I just think back to Simulacra because that's how that ended. It was like a well, you saved Anna, but Taylor is gone. Is this what you intended? Like that's how the endings go. But
yeah.
Interesting.
But
I also like the
yeah.
I also like the shift of like because he's this is definitely like one of those scenes where this is the first like IRL perspective. It's kind of hard to like separate from like you're viewing Auntie through a camera to you're viewing Auntie as if you are a person. But this is like the first corporeal like time we've seen Auntie where like he's not addressing the audience. So this is technically like a point of view of like as if this wasn't a camera filming him. So like the switch of like his glitchy and like broken and like kind of jittery effect is now just completely replaced with a very smooth pan of him moving calmly and slowly, and then whatever terrible effect he has just like encroaching on him slowly. So like his normal face suddenly shifting as his eyes turn black and then start glowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all of it magnificent. And I can't wait to see how things pan out with future projects with him and how this cliffhanger ending kind of resolves itself if it will.
We frickin' better get a chance to redeem ourselves and apologize to Chase because if I don't, I'm not gonna die happily. I'm just saying.
You'll see.
Thanks.
Thanks, Elf.
Thanks.
I will give a little fun fact about the very last bit of like when Auntie says hello, Chase.
Yeah.
The audio that you heard from like this video and like from the stream is not the audio I heard when I listened to the very first like clips of it.
Really?
The way Auntie says hello, Chase from the audio clips that I got from the videos like without this edit is similar. How do I explain how his voice sounds? Because I think you guys dodged a bullet from. You guys heard. No. How do I describe it? I think you guys are quite lucky that like Sean decided to change the audio for like how Auntie says hello, Chase, because I can't remember where it's from, but there is a clip of like what everyone thinks is Auntie speaking, and he's saying thank you for your contribution to this game. I think he's saying.
That.
It's like a jittery predator voice of like it clips slightly and is more of a growl than it is of an actual like voice, as opposed to this like whispery voice that we get in the video. That is the original audio that I heard of Auntie's voice.
Wow. That would have been even more terrifying.
Yeah, it was only because that was going to be it, but Sean wanted to use like the final product that we have for Chase because that was him trying to experiment to see how we could get that kind of all-around like surround sound audio of Auntie's voice, saying that to make you feel like he's in your head and also everywhere around you. He was trying to figure that out of how he could convey that through the audio through the stream, and he didn't manage to get it. So that was going to be the audio if Sean didn't find a way to do it, but he did find a way to do it.
Interesting.
Wow.
Well, he definitely succeeded. Oh my god.
Yeah. So you guys are lucky that you didn't hear what his voice was going to sound like.
Lucky?
Because I feel like
either way, he sounds like a predator. Like either way, like doesn't matter what he sounds like. You know you're fucked when you hear him.
Yeah.
I know
Because
exactly
think
what
the
you were
original-
referring
I think
to.
the original audio at full volume is like bone breaking because it ripples through you.
Ooh. Would I rather that?
I think I'm quite lucky to get this kind of whispered effect that he has at the end.
Yeah. I mean, like, I know
like the
exactly what you were
echoey,
referring
too.
to when it said thank you for your contribution to this, whatever it was.
Yeah,
Because
whatever that last word was.
that was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I
And it's
remember
kind
clipping
of like
that.
multiple voice, yeah, and it's kind of
Yeah.
like multiple voices layered on top of each other, and so much so that if you get the audio wrong, the audio always clips in most clips that people have for it.
Right.
It's just such a weird thing to listen to.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. I also want to point out, can I just point out the way that Sean's acting is in this last scene? Because Chase looks terrified. That close-up shot of his eyes, he looks terrified.
Yeah,
And
he
it's
looks
so
He's
good.
physically shaking.
petrified. Yeah.
He
This is
doesn't know what
eyes.
to do.
He's backed up against the wall.
Also, like,
But we have a portal sound at the end.
But just fun fact, like, looks like this eye is bluish and the other one is white. It like reminds me of Sans. Da 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 da.
Do you want to have a bad time?
You want to have a bad
I mean,
time,
you've already
Chase?
had one, but do you want the second bad time?
About his eyes, though, the way, and this is a very cool effect, but the way that like it like alters the way it shines when he moves, and it reminds me of like when you go to the doctor and the doctor has like a pen light and is shining it at you.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Very like piercing, very like I'm looking into you. This is my purpose, to be looking into you. And
If
I
there's
need
one
this kind of
thing that
precise
did
light.
not change, if there's one thing that did not change about him is that he still has icy cold blue eyes.
Oh my god.
Never seem to go away. Nope.
I also thought it was like an interesting fact because I know his eyes are meant to be sunken,
Yeah.
like the black
Like almost like
underneath
a
it, but
skull.
but also with the way his eyebrows are shaped and the way the sunken part of it, it looks like a mask. You see that, right?
Oh, kinda, yeah.
A mask like it looks.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like
I just
around
thought that
his
was
mouth
interesting.
almost seems like over exaggerated, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if people have analyzed like the scene, especially the bit where like he's walking down the corridor and like because his eyes look normal up until the camera gets like directly in front of him and then it goes blackened. I wonder if people have seen that with the brightness turned up.
I was gonna kind of comment on something like that because I noticed that, like, in the side angle that we get of him, his eyes are normal, and it's not until the camera pans to the front where you see the like dark eyes with the different colors.
Yeah.
I know
I'm
someone
not necessarily
mentioned.
Oh,
I know
don't
someone
say
mentioned
that,
this
Poly Range.
before. What happened?
Don't say that.
What?
It's almost like the top part of his head looks like a red skull.
That's what I just said.
Chase's hat!
Right.
Is there one point where like Auntie's eyes look green for a sec? Like when we first get like the shot of his eyes?
Yeah.
Just immediately look a little bit green.
Here
And
it
then they
is.
change color.
Again, call back to Dark Silence.
Yeah, like
And
here.
for
Oh
new
yeah, they
people-
do look green here.
For new people who don't know what Dark Silence is, I'm just gonna say this. The video that's now titled on Jack's channel, that is What Do You Want From Me? That is what we know as Dark Silence because there was a title change. So, for us OGs, if you will, that will always be Dark Silence.
And if you look up Dark Silence, it still does come up as that.
Yes.
It's just that the title.
Because that
is
was actually the name of the game. But
I know
yeah,
a lot of
Game
people
is tagged
were
as Dark Silence.
confused when the stream actually came out. Like people were asking, "What is Dark Silence?" So I just kind of wanted to put that in, so like the new people kind of like know what we're talking about and how those two things are the same thing.
Right.
Oh
I
man.
know someone else mentioned this. I'm going to say this before I forget because I will forget. I know someone else mentioned this. I think it might have been in the actual server itself, but someone mentioned that it was like when you look at a cat at night, their eyes reflect,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Yes.
like it seems like that's what he's doing here. Is like that's why it only starts reflecting when you're looking at him dead on, or like at a certain
Right.
angle.
Yeah, there's a special name for it, but I don't know what that name
I
is.
can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's one of those sciencey
But
long
it's
names.
yeah, it's something that humans do not have. Humans do not have
Right.
this. So it like further just like
Well, we
brings it
have a
home.
version of it, but like it's only really registered in like quick flashes of light, which is why you get red eye in like really old photographs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. So it's like it's definitely like brings it home that no, he is not human. He never was.
Oh.
So you can like float now and levitate, whatever you can do.
That's terrifying, by the way. He can fly. That's not fair. That's not
Sucker
fair.
can fly.
Why does he get to fly and I can't? That's not fair.
Of all
Eldritch
things.
asshole.
Of all things.
I've always wanted to fly. He can do it.
Right?
I can't do it.
Oh.
He can fly. He's got
he,
cat eyes.
he got pixie dusted.
If I were to take any power from him, it would probably be the ability of flight. It would make my life so much easier, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But
Which
honestly,
I guess
like,
answers Iris's question of if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Fly.
Yeah. But I'm really honestly excited and looking forward to like seeing more of these different like characters' powers. And like seeing more of Auntie's powers, what he can do, Jackie's powers, Marvin's powers. Like what?
Jackie, come backy.
Yep.
I'm very curious to see what Marvin's powers are going to be. I want to hear his voice.
I
first and foremost.
love Marvin. Oh my god.
I want to like
Cannot
know
wait.
what his powers are going to be, and if like he's strong enough to be able to stand on his own. Because Chase is straight human, from what we know as of now.
From what we
He's
know.
just he has some ability, sure, that makes him special, but from like he doesn't like it's not confirmed that he himself has any sort of power. I know he's
Not
like
yet.
a subject. We thought that subjects were to be implied these are people with some sort of ability and not just these are people that are affected. Because
Right.
that one poster was like keep your eyes on objects and off subjects. You know?
Right.
Which is probably why is like cut. So I'm not going to stall any longer. I technically shouldn't be. Probably the most efficient method of interviewing a subject would probably.
Yeah.
But if that's not possible at a sort of facility like this, then they would have to go person to subject contact.
Face-to-face.
Yeah, face to face.
But
Speaking about Marvin,
Mm-hmm.
my
beloved,
little my little Apollo moment the night before this. If you weren't in the server, I had a dream about Marvin saying that he would protect the community throughout this stream. And then when we got to the little break room, I'll call it, I guess, when
his mask was there.
When his mask was on the table, I screeched. I was like, what?
Oh man.
I really want to, because of the whole live stream itself, I really want to know the connection between like the others and this specifically, like this entire like interview process and like the
seems as
it's
though how
technically
the
found
story is
footage.
going. How the story is going, it's like it all leads back to Iris somehow, some way.
We already knew Marvin has a connection with Iris. Iris has information.
Iris equals
that
antimatter.
he knows
With
that they
his
have.
book.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a very specific connection that he has, and we'll probably see that materialized at some point.
And I cannot wait.
I know, same.
I know.
I mean, I
Alright,
can wait, and I will wait because I want
Yeah.
it. But you know,
Sophie's
you get
trying
what I'm
to
saying.
talk, people.
Yeah.
Sophie's
Um,
trying to talk.
I guess I was just gonna say, like, if I could leave you guys with like one thing, because after all of this, like, obviously we've got a lot of feedback of people saying like, oh, it's really, really good in terms of like the main production aspect of it. But in terms of like narrative, I guess the question I have to ask the community is, what do you think Auntie is now?
Okay.
Eldritch somehow, because it is implied that like he has been around since before Say Goodbye, like long before that. Like he's been around for over a century, probably / most likely.
Wasn't there something where, like, on Tumblr, Sean mentioned that, like, someone mentioned that, like, Auntie might be a tulpa, and Sean kind of responded back that's like close enough. So I don't know. So I don't know if you can answer this question, but how much of like the before this, like the lore before the like the president's this video, how much are y'all gonna use? I guess so. Like the Tumblr responses, all that. I don't
Well, I
know if you
mean,
can
I
answer this
suppose
question.
it's a lot of stuff that's going to be like adjusted and retconned as needed.
Right.
Most of the stuff, most of the stuff is like, how do we get the most like universal version of what people already assume of Auntie, but also make it interesting and like stand out from everything that was previously said. I will say on the Tulpa aspect, we've kind of taken a step back from that kind of area because we've recognized that like there is some slight like appropriation issues we have of that stuff. So like, because a Wendigo is a thing that's like explored in like a lot of pop culture, and looking into it deeply, we realize, oh, it might be inappropriate to take this route. So there's some areas that like we're like, we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Because last thing you want to do is offend anyone with these kind of things.
So again, we want to look at like the most like universal aspect of what he is without being specific, and also like a little bit like too like over the top about it, of like one specific idea.
Right. And it's like the thing is that he's evolved. Like he's changed, he's evolved, and he's taken on different meanings at different times. So what it's not necessarily that he wasn't one of something different before. It's that like that interpretation wasn't correct. It's that he's just changed since then, because it might have been incorrect at the time, but like he could have changed something about it since then.
It kind of just goes to show that like he might not just be one specific thing, but like a culmination of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Something that I was going to say, I've felt this way for years, but I was going to say that I don't think he is anything that we can guess, because he is his own thing. And that's why, like, no matter what answer we give, it's going to be wrong, because he is something entirely of his own. He's not something that's like, oh, I'm not this thing. He can't have a label because he's new. He's different.
He's in his
He
own
has his own
realm.
abilities, his own powers, and he can shift his abilities between, depending on what's appropriate for the situation. So in terms of like back during Say Goodbye in KJSE, he would be more of a virus than anything. He was very tech based. He very much focused on having a host, like a virus would.
Yeah.
And he could affect people. He could more than one person at once, because back in KJSE, Henrik was being affected at the same time Jack was being affected. But it was definitely like, since then he's grown to like become his own like sort of entity beyond having a host, and like we sort of seen that in Chase, like where people have been saying like, oh, his neck scar has healed, but we already had seen that in Chase. He was transparent at the time,
we
of
did.
course, but this isn't
He
new.
was staring right
he's been
at
healed.
us.
The only thing that's really completely new is the fact that has a solid form. He's corporeal now. He can actually physically interact with his environment. He can step on the floor. He's not gonna like phase through. And like, yeah, you can say, oh, in Dark Silence he did the same thing, but we don't know if Dark Silence was an actual real thing or if that was just like another one of Chase's episodes that we now know he has.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
not an episode. This is real, and there are actual people dead on the floor.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the environment itself is actually have been affected and manipulated by him.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. What was it? Yeah. Way back in the day, in like 2017, I made this post about like comparing something or another to Auntie, and I just got a single reply from Sean himself saying explaining Auntie would ruin him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Mm.
so
That's one of
He's
those-
shrouded
yeah.
in mystery.
Yeah, and it is one of those
That's
things
the
where, like,
point.
yeah, the closest you can get to describing him, I guess, would be Eldritch. But in the concept of that kind of slightly, I apologize for saying this word, Lovecraftian, because H.P. Lovecraft was a dickhead. But that
Yeah,
kind
of
of
course.
Lovecraftian thought of something so incomprehensible it drives you mad. But it's one of those things where it's like, okay, but if you aren't driven mad, how would you comprehend it? And the answer would be, well, you'd comprehend it in the easiest thing to like conceive of. So the answer could be that like this version of Auntie that like is on the screen right now, just how we see him, and the reason it looks like Chase is because that's the closest thing to proximity to him right now that he is
Right.
reflecting an image on. So what we're seeing of Auntie right now isn't his like true form, as they say.
Oh,
It's just for
I
convenience.
love
I
that.
theorized that.
I love that idea. Oh my god, that's amazing. So that's
Yeah.
why he changes his. That's why he changes his forms depending
Yeah.
on who
Depending
he's
on the
affecting, and that's
Yep.
yes, and that's why he
Oh.
plays off fears. That's why he
Yeah.
plays off fears because everyone has their own fears.
Mm. And
Dang.
again,
yeah, I
that's
have a
our
whole
perspective.
I have
Yeah,
like a
that
whole
is our
essay
perspective
written
of
about
him.
this.
Yeah. And again, that is the whole thing of like how we perceive of him. And again, we get the shots of Chase looking at Auntie, but we don't really see the true point of view of what Chase is really seeing. What if Chase does not see
Right.
himself in Auntie? What if it's a completely different person he's seeing, or a completely different thing that he's seeing? Because again, it's about perception, and perception is not necessarily seeing something. Again, an example through echo. Sometimes it's something you hear.
Right.
And again, we don't hear what Echo is saying, we see Chase reacting to something that Echo is saying.
Gotcha.
It's one of the cases where we can only assume.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm sure we'll get more solid answers, maybe not direct
Of
answers,
course.
but solid answers
Yeah.
as time goes on.
Yeah. Because again, it's the case of like arguing how could we pursue
So
what
essentially,
Auntie's true form would be.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do if like if he's an
Yeah.
inconceivable like concept, well then how do you conceive of something that's inconceivable? That's a bit hard, which is I don't know. Kind of the reason that like Sean enjoys Bloodborne quite a lot because it's very grotesque monsters that like kind of have this kind of shimmered effect to it, and it's like, well yeah, they're creatures that like are inconceivable, and even though they look disgusting, it's like, well that's the closest thing to like its truest form that you can conceive of. So it's your fault that you see like a fish organed creature like squealing and quelching right in front of you.
It does kind of make sense too because the community has always seen him as like another version of Jack. Like from like he's always looked like Jack. So this is how we're going to see him.
That makes
Interesting.
sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Grotesque
that
is also the word I was looking for earlier when I was trying to describe Valhazak. It looks like a Bloodborne sort of esque monster.
Yeah.
I know this was a red herring, like early on in the teasers, and we saw like a hospital bed. But like another thing that I don't want to go unnoticed is like, how will character Jack fit into all this? Because like the last time we kind of heard of him, he was
Comatose.
in a coma, recovering from a coma somehow. Like we don't really know how that man is doing.
He's been in a coma for quite some time. 5 years? 6 years? Some of that?
Maybe recovering? Don't know. Maybe?
All we've seen is Chase's story so far.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
And there's a couple
And
of
like
other
if we're
directions
allowed
we
to
might
hop
go.
around in time like this took place in 2019, then who knows if he's actually been in a Jack has been in a coma for X amount of years, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Because it's like, especially because it's like we hacked into Iris's systems and got this information. It wasn't real time information because
No.
everything that we're seeing now, experiencing now with the Twitter account and stuff like that, that's all in real time. We found an opening and pursued the opening, and of course, yes, it had consequences, but
Yes.
it's like, did you really want to see this information? And we naturally went, yes, we wanted to see this information because we want answers just like Chase does.
We want to break them out.
Yeah,
It's not information.
Iris is a secretive corporation, and you'd think that, like, yeah, it would have a contract that's like an entire encyclopedia thick, like, thickness in terms of like how much you probably need to reread before entering it. And they're like, "Are you sure?" And of course, you're not going to read that much, and you're like, "Okay." And then it's like, "Okay, so deal with the consequences now."
It's like reading the terms and conditions.
Like terms and conditions.
Yeah.
Read them.
It's also interesting because in KJSE, like, Auntie kind of broke Jack from the inside out. And this time we kind of like tried to do that, where we kind of learned that from him. It's like, okay, how can we break Iris from the... And still it did not go to plan.
Nope.
Because we can't do what he does. Only he can do what he does.
Okay.
Probably, as you can see from the pipes and the tic-tac-toe and all the other puzzles.
Clearly we're not. Clearly we're not as big brain as Auntie.
Fighting fire with fire does not work.
No.
So we need a different approach.
But
I guess
we are approaching the 3.5 hour mark.
Oh wow!
What? Where? How?
Y'all have been talking for a while.
Jesus.
It's been fun though.
Yeah, it's been a ton of
It does
fun.
not feel like that long.
It does not.
We don't talk about tic-tac-toe.
We do not.
We sing it to we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about tic-tac-toe. No, no.
I swear.
Tic-tac-toe, and then the pipes is gonna haunt the community for the rest of its life. I swear.
Also, the camera one, I don't think we got that one either.
A single
where we had
time,
to,
no.
Like
line up all 9 of them.
One. Oh my god.
That was like, how do you even? Like,
yeah.
But
I would love more puzzles, but like at the same
not
time,
like that. Not like that, please.
Not like this.
Yeah.
They were so fun though. That
It was
it was so creative. No wonder it took so long.
it's gonna be a week old tomorrow. How?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like yesterday / 5 years ago.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it nearly
So-
was 5 years ago.
Here, I am going
Oh,
to
yeah.
get back to just my face cam.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, don't mention the lock.
Oh,
the
The lock that we could.
God.
That was the true test of like community versus.
I was screaming my freaking head off.
He had the answer, but it was so
1406.
impossible to put it in.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
and
still
I
don't
feel like
understand.
we were just about to get it too, and then it cut to the next one, and we were all just so annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, and Sean did explain it of like we really did not expect that many people to actually be interested in the stream.
Oh my god! And how could you? How could you?
But we couldn't
Yeah,
test
that's a
it
lot.
for anything bigger than 30. But like we could only test it for 20k like influx. We couldn't test it for literally the 40 to 30k that showed
Yeah.
up.
That's
It
true.
was
That's a lot of people.
crazy.
That is a lot of people.
Which most of them were like, "What's going on?"
Yeah. The
And then,
fact
like-
this video now has like 1.3, 1.2, I don't know how 1.1 million views.
1.4.
Like it's a 1.4. Well, let's go.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy it did as well as it did.
Such
I'm
a short
so
amount of time
happy.
as well.
Sophie, you
Yeah.
deserve it, and all the hard
Yes.
work you've done. We appreciate you so much. I know we
Yes.
kind of like come off as like "fuck you" whenever stuff
No,
comes out.
it's completely understandable.
I'm glad there's no hard
Hearing you
feelings.
guys screams in the voice call when it was all going on, I was like, "This is what I have been hired to do." And my gift in return was a turtle,
I
and I'm
have
so happy that
found
you guys
my
have embraced the
calling.
turtle.
Oh, the turtle was great. Gerald.
Gerald.
Oh, shout out to Gerald.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're looking at Gerald's namesake right here.
Yep,
Say goodbye.
yep,
the
say
pumpkin.
goodbye.
Yep. Yep.
It all comes full circle in the end.
Fucking circles.
I was gonna say the same thing, Kayla.
But if no one got me, I know Gerald got me. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. But anyway, this has been a ton of fun. I've been looking forward to this for the past couple days. It's literally been getting me through work.
The only thing getting me through the week.
Yep.
And
it's been so fun.
I know.
Let's see. Should we have people say, not to be too on the nose, but say goodbye?
Oh, I kind of want to though. It's been really fun. I want to be on again.
Well, yeah, you're not gonna not get another chance.
Of course.
I know,
Yeah.
but like, I love you guys like endlessly so much. I don't say it enough.
And we love you too.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's see. Who is remaining here? So let's see. Kayla, any closing remarks here?
Oh, I'm first. Oh boy. I just want to say thank you for this opportunity because I was like genuinely really nervous, but like you guys have made this like so special, and like if 13-year-old me would be here and like realizing she'd be on a call with like people she's looked up to for years, she would be losing her shit. So I kind of want to thank you guys because you guys are literally like, I know this is going to sound really corny and sappy, but like you guys are like my home, and like I don't know where I'd be without you guys, so thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. It's been a lot of fun. All right, and then who's next? Oh, what did I forget what you said your name was? I have a terrible memory.
Nico.
Nico?
Yeah.
Nico. Okay, what do you have to say?
I can't follow that.
Huh?
Oh, I said I can't follow that. That was pretty much everything I was gonna say.
Aw. But oh, come on, you can say something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't take it from everybody.
I mean, yeah, it's really really great to be here. I've been like I kind of talked to you about this, Rogue, a little bit, but I've been like the lurker, I think is the word, and I've just not really interacted much, just like passively. What's the word? Taken in stuff, and this is really important to me being here on this call because that's like I'm finally trying to, I guess give back is not really the right word, but like put my voice in.
Yeah.
Contribute, yeah.
And you did
So,
very
yeah,
well.
like you're
Thank you.
one of the OGs of my blog, man. Because I see you in my notes all the time. So never think that you go unseen. Because I see you all the time.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
It's really been an honor.
Yep.
I love you guys too.
Aw. Alright, and then Spirit next.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank you for having me on. This has been super, super fun. I have like the biggest shit-eating grin on my face right now. Like I cannot stop smiling.
Same though. But everyone can see mine.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, kind of gonna follow the Sappy train a little bit and just say that like thank you all for being very welcoming and including me into the community. Especially since I recently joined a couple months ago. So this has kind of become my second family. So just love you all so very, very much.
We love you more.
No, you.
In a reverse, bitch.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I don't know if Vaya wants to go next or we should go to Soph.
I don't mind.
Soph, you have the floor.
Okay. I guess I don't know. Usually I just say thanks for this stuff. I will say that like recently, I think it was like the 3rd of November. It was like 4-year anniversary since, like, How Did We Get Here? Like the tour show, or I can't remember how many years it's been.
Yeah.
But that was technically, like, my closest friends came from that tour. Like, we all met up and that kind of stuff. And so, like, it's a very sentimental part of, like, remembering 4 years ago, oh, that's where we all became friends and really, really close. And it's the same kind of energy that's within the community in general. And it's one of those things where when I just remembered on the 3rd November of, like, I was lucky enough to get the VIP, like early access to the show where Sean did a Q&A, and I was also lucky enough to ask a question to Sean, which was shocking for me because I wasn't that big of a fan. I just thought, wow, this is an extremely lucky opportunity. This is probably the luckiest I'll ever get.
Yeah.
And then I just thought,
this
well,
happens.
here I am now. And so it's just like, I want to give that emotion I felt back to you guys. And I'm so happy that I hope that this project and what we've done thus far has hopefully got that same energy that I had.
Absolutely.
I hope I was able to offer it back to you guys.
Yeah, and we, like, profusely thank you for that. Like.
Oh, absolutely.
Agreed.
It's kind of like it repeated with us and you too, because I never thought I'd be able to like talk to you, and here I am.
It's like I'm not untouchable. Another thing I like to get across in these streams is just like, yes, I may be working with Sean, but I'm still like same with Sean. We're still human beings. Like, you can still talk about this stuff.
Yeah, we're all just some guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's really all. Just like, thanks for enjoying it, and I'm really happy to just interact with the community again as a community member. Just like saying,
we cannot wait to see more.
Yeah. I hope that you get that impression that, like, I hope that you get that, like, we just eat all of this up. Like, we love it.
No matter what we get.
No matter how many negative crap goes on, we just eat this up. Like,
I eat, live, and breathe this stuff. Like, this is my everyday.
Yeah. And hopefully we're able to supply more.
I have faith in you guys.
Oh, from what we've seen, yeah, you have the ability.
You have my
I
full
ain't
faith and
worried.
trust. Yeah, I'm not worried at all.
And then, last but not least, we have Vio.
I'm really glad that you guys continually keep having me on here. It's very much an honor to be able to speak and stuff. I definitely consider myself lucky that like I'm in a position where like I'm always pretty much free to do this and like just talk and stuff, and it is so nice having my own room to be able to talk with you guys and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's definitely like a thing where I wouldn't have had the same experience with this like event had it have not been for this like server like at all. It would have been so different because I would have just been on Twitter, just there and just like kind of screaming into the void. But having like real time people to scream back, like being on call with you guys, that was an experience I'll never ever forget, and I hope to have many more of those. It was so much fun. And you guys definitely take the spot for the you guys definitely take the spot for the server that I'm on every single day. Like there's not a day where like I'm not actually like there. I have a hard time for whatever reason with Discord servers where I just don't talk or I'm too intimidated or whatever. But this is the one where I'm just like completely comfortable, and it's just been it's been so nice.
Me too.
Yeah,
it's been so nice having so many friends.
It's just so loving and accepting. And
Yeah, I've run my fair handful of Discord servers in the past, and nothing against those, but like I think this one is something really special.
It really is.
Oh, it actually is.
100%.
Completely.
Ain't no one taking that away from us.
Nope.
This is our house.
Oyster World.
Oyster World. Oyster World. Oyster World. Oyster World.
That's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
Watch us all go to Jack's next tour, and Soap's gonna be on stage, and all of a sudden one of us just yells.
Sean's got turtles, I've got oysters.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well,
this has been so much fun.
Yep,
absolutely.
I think it might be time
Yeah.
to call the curtains
All good
on
things
Theory
must come
stream
to
number
an
7.
end.
But it's been a ton of fun. One of my favorites so far.
Yes.
Oh yes, this has been so much fun.
And it's been so much fun to like just like dig your teeth into something new, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I suppose it's
Apollo
not new for
Trio.
Soph, but
Oh yeah. I mean, at the end of the very, very last stream, I was just thinking, because you planned it for Halloween and everything seemed to be all rising at our end, thinking, oh, we might be able to get the stream up for Halloween. I was just thinking, oh, Rogue's going to have some juicy shit to go through next stream they do.
And then I was like, I'm actually not gonna stream on Halloween because that's when the thing is happening, and I am scared.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting it to be like something of this caliber. That's why I canceled it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no one was.
I understood, and I was just like, oh yeah, understandable.
So I had to give it some time to digest a bit.
I was so worried that day because like part way through, like it wasn't like it was maybe like around the third clip or whatever, there was like a gas leak or something, and we had to leave the apartment. I was so upset. So it was like I was like, oh no, I hope I don't like miss anything too important. I took my phone. That was like on my phone.
Sounds like you need one of the plumbers from Iris to go fix that.
I just love a list of priorities here. Like, do I stay and risk like ingesting a gas leak for this? This is clearly more.
I was like, I don't want to leave my computer, like, because it wasn't in our
Take it with
apartment.
me.
It was in the hallway. But
Must
what
not
ended
betray
what
our
happened,
family that is Chase.
what happened was someone had like a loose pipe in their burner and like in their stove or whatever. So it wasn't anything serious, but it was just like really annoying. Like I was, because all that day I was like, oh my god, I hope something unforeseen doesn't go wrong. Like I want this to like go flawless, and I want to sit here at my computer. And little did I know, I had to stand outside for who knows how long.
Okay.
But
so
yeah,
I
anyway.
think I am going to hop out of rotation 2 call.
Okay.
Just so I can say my closing thoughts on the stream and let chat say goodbye and all sorts of things. But it has been wonderful to talk with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether or not we've talked before on a stream or not, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Rogue.
Yeah, of course.
You.
I'm sure I'll like
Love you,
ping you
Sally.
guys in like 30 seconds once I'm done with this.
Love.
All right, you guys. I will talk to you guys in a bit.
Okay.
All right. What do we think, chat? Queen Live 23 is now following. Sweet. Hello. Let's see who I'm gonna start reading. Okay, let's see. Such a great stream. Aw. Yeah, you could really like. I've been looking forward to this one. But Smolly, stop it! Stop it, you! Very first. Aw. You guys are so sweet. It was a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to it for the past couple days. I've been looking forward to longer. Looking forward to it for longer. But like I was it was like I been meaning to announce it and then I forgot to. Cordy, is there let's see. If I think there's a link in my Twitch thing that says Discord server that'll bring you to my streaming server, and within that server there's a link to join the Theory server. There's like a whole channel dedicated just for that. Yeah, we may need like so much there's so much to go over, and we only heard so much of it, you know? And it was one of my favorites so far, and we had some awesome guests on. Yeah, of course, Spirit. And oh my gosh, I appreciate you guys too, Mitzi. But yeah, there's one itty bitty server that's safe for like 3. I'm scared by large groups even online. Aw. I mean, Rock Cow knows you've been around for a while, so I'm sure we'd all welcome you with open arms. It's not that it's even like we're not even really huge. We just have like maybe like 80 people, but not all of them are even active. And yeah, Wolfie, well, we got to have you. Oh yeah, for sure. I love holding these. Yeah, I'd be nervous by that many in a Discord server. That's understandable. That's understandable. But I'm used to like running once. Is there any requirements or anything for the server, or can anyone join? Well, it's not exactly like open invite, but like I do have that connection to my streaming server that'll allow people to get in. So it's like every now and again I'll probably expire the one that's in the theory server, or not the theory server, the streaming server, just for the sake of like security purposes. But like but just like there's rules, there's the standard Discord server rules, there's like general stuff like that. And then just be active, have a good time, don't start drama, just the general stuff. If it's a matter of theory, we can agree to disagree, it's fine. Like and like just, and also because we do have Soph, we shouldn't like pressure them for any like specific answers, because they do have that job with Sean. So it's just a matter of like, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We have our own little organization that we have going on. Nobody uses the spoiler panic room for what it should be used for. That's but yeah, and like even now not everyone there is active. So like I was thinking of like just gonna be like going through and like doing some pruning and stuff. Um but like anyone active has nothing to worry about. So it's like it's just a matter of like, not like the mods thirst for the blood of a purge. Anywho, um we'll see how it goes from here. If I need to take the join link out from my streaming server, I will. If it gets to be too, like, I doubt it'll get used too much, but like, but in the case that it does, I'll adjust it as needed. But yeah, these are a lot of fun to hold, and I'm so like eternally grateful for like being able to do this and how it just happened to line up for me to be able to do it. And yeah, I'm so glad that people are still here for it. And now that things are kind of, well, not like ramping up, but kind of ramping up. I'm excited to sink my teeth into more of it. Like there's so much more that I want, and I'm so excited for it if this is the direction that it's going in. But I think you're darn right, Finn. um, but why do I smell like something burning? What the heck is happening? I swear I smell something like burning, and I don't know why. But oh, I think I know what it is. Okay, never mind. The theory fire has reached me. Yeah, that's probably it. But yeah, I'm excited to do more of these. If I do still like to do regular game streams now and then. so I appreciate people who are around for those. But I understand if this is like the main draw to my channel. But yeah. I think I might end up calling the stream here. But it's been lots of fun, a lot of love. Oh yeah, a lot of people missed the Terraria one. That was kind of spur of the moment, but um, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Everybody, we will talk again, and have a great rest of your day / time zone. Oh yeah, TKB. Glad to have you. Hope to see you again. Right? Have a good time zone, everybody.